Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson now or 1974?
74.
Meg Ryan.
Go.
Hey now.
Oh my God! Shout out to Norm Macdonald, man,
Yes, sir.
the fucking legend himself.
Yes, sir. Well, damn, look at the audio level, dude.
Dude.
I think I have it on chat.
Oh,
and
wow.
it is like fucking... Is that adjusting the volume? Hey!
It looks like it should be.
It's not doing anything. Alright, well, there you go. I'll try.
It was.
Hey! Oh, that worked. Okay. Alright. We're still trying to figure this out. We're still a bunch of...
Novice here trying to do
We're
it.
wet behind the ears, trying to, we're green thumbs. We're fucking trying to figure it out, but
Just a little wet, dude. You
just a
know.
little wet behind the ears. I'm doing my best Terry Silver's impersonation after I watched okay, real talk. I watched.
Oh,
My mom's been just hanging out, right? Not doing a whole lot. So she's just like, I don't know what to watch. I was like, let's watch Cobra Kai. And she's like, what the fuck is Cobra Kai? And I was like, I'm gonna
learn today. Dude.
I was like, I'm gonna Miyagi this woman. Like, I was like, she like barely has like the will to live, but like after watching like Diaz like fight through like being like crippled and like not being able to walk again, like Cobra Kai never die and like all this shit, she's gonna like find the will to live, and like I swear to God it worked. Like it's like the
She's like, Cobra's never died.
yeah,
dude.
Cobra Kai never died. Man.
Yeah,
Never
she's
died. No, it was like the funniest shit. But we watched it, and then she watched it again. I
Did
think
she really
watched
like it?
Yeah, she fucking loves it, dude.
Dude, that's so epic.
And then the movies, we watched all the movies, and the second movie, dude, that fucking second, that second Karate Kid movie is like the most insane shit you'll ever see in your entire life. You're just like, what's going on right now? Like, it's pretty good, but like the very beginning of the movie, like it's just shock factor. Like it's like, this is real as your life is ever gonna get. You're like, what?
That was one of my favorite movies for
dude,
sure.
and you remember that movie?
I remember bits and pieces of it. I didn't remember the beginning you told me about.
Dude, there's the beginning of
sounds
the movie. The beginning of the movie, there's just this like man dick, and you're just like, not like, I don't know if it's a man or not, but it's like all pubed out and shit. And you're just like, oh Jesus Christ, like, and you're like, you know, it's like those fucking, you know, John Hughes movies were like they were rated PG or PG-13, but they would have these scenes like in the ladies' locker room, and there would just be titties out, and
oh
you're
my
like,
gosh.
God bless 1979 or 81 or where the fuck this is, to where you can get away with these just fucking
Nudity parts,
just
bro.
stacked mamas just lactating on screen.
Milkmaids,
You're just like,
dude.
oh
Yeah,
my
man.
God, what is happening? And then you're a little kid and you're just like, this is normal life. And that just
Ingrains in your
it
head.
like created like generations of perverts. So like, I have to get into the girls' locker room, like
You think of Porky's, bro?
that, or like remember Revenge of the Nerds too?
Oh
Same shit.
my
Like
God.
putting the cameras in the fucking rooms and
Well,
shit. It's so bad.
It made me think that like nuts smelled good, dude. Right? Like the girl's like the pheromones. She's like in the fucking Porky. She's in the fucking boys' locker room, and she's like smelling jock straps and shit. You're like, is this real? Like, I had some guy tell us once when we when they used to go to discos and shit. He'd get all dressed up and he'd put his little handkerchief and he'd just stuff it in his nuts all day. And just like hanging out his little pocket, dude, and just like catch the ladies, dude. Yeah, I'm dead serious.
Stop it. That's so good. It's so bad.
It made me laugh so hard. I was like, "There's no way, bro."
Well, either way, like that movie, like it's so great. It's like, dude, you think you're gonna see some titties in this movie? Huh? He's like, nah, you fucking. Like, we're gonna see fucking cocks. I was like, oh my God. I was laughing so hard. And then like it might be one of those things where it's like, you know, if you were watching it like on a VHS tape, like you couldn't really see it.
Definitely.
It would just be like this like fuzzy, like you're like, oh, that's a guy's like crotch in the background. Like, oh, it's all like misty. It's like, oh wow,
foggy and shit.
But like with these new TVs, like HD, like it was just like this fucking.
You're seeing moles and
There's
freckles
just
and
this
shit.
like
You're like,
fucking
oh,
soaped up dong in the beginning. I was like, dude, this is fucking badass. I was like, yo, I'm in for a fucking wild ride. I'll tell you that shit. And like, It's just so good. It's like the whole movie's like,
Oh,
he's like,
shit.
this isn't tournament, Daniel. He's like, this is real life. He's like fights to the death at the end. And the best
That's
part,
the best part. I
the
forgot that.
best part of that movie is like, I don't know if it's like the aspect ratio like made for home video or what, but like you don't see what this like, or maybe that's purposely like that, like Karate Secrets like of the 90s or whatever 80s. It's like he's like this the Okinawa drum. He's like they're like alluding to this like drumming
Side to side,
like
kind of
this
like
weird drum technique thing, and like at the end he's getting his like he's like, well, the fight's competitive, but he's clearly like about to get killed by fucking
Sato's fucking like
Chosen,
yeah.
and he's like gonna go for the killing blow, and he just like they're doing the drums. Everyone in the town is just like watching this like death match, like drumming these like Okinawa drums, dun 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 dun, and then he just is like doing this like, and he just like kills Chosen, and you're like,
Yeah.
what happened? Like the camera's so close. It was like a scene out of Friday Night Lights where like it's always super zoomed in. My mom's watching Friday Night Lights now, and I'm like, who directed this shit? It's like the camera's like right here on their face, and it's shaking, and then it's like just I'm like, dude, like, is this guy got like fucking Parkinson's or some shit? Like, what the fuck
Is
is
his
going on?
blood sugar low? Like,
It's
what's
like, this is
happening?
real life. Real life is like this shaky image of someone's face. I'm like, the fuck? She's like, I like this show. I'm like, why? She's like, it's so real. I'm like, what, is the dialogue real?
You hear the
I was
guy
like,
in
or
the
is it just
camera
that like
coughing, he's like-
religious undertone that you like, white women can't fucking like go a day without like. The
Oh my
elderly white
gosh.
women are just like, praise the Lord Jesus Christ. Like, that was like a black church.
Does
Hold
your
on.
call have anything to do with the Lord? They're like, yes. Like, I'm in.
Yeah, I know, fucking. But yeah, he's just like going, gone, and like Chosen's like, and it's over, and like it's all filmed above like the shoulders.
Yep.
And you don't really see what he's doing.
No.
And you're like,
It's
what
supposed to be a
the fuck?
defensive thing too. That's the weird part, right?
Well, I don't know. It's yeah,
Because that's what they like in the Cobra Kai TV show. That's what they were like alluding to when Diaz and Sam are like having their romantic time in the fucking dojo, and she just like he like picks the drum up and like
Oh,
puts it in
yeah,
his like
okay,
dick
yeah.
hole. She's like, oh,
Yeah, she's
yeah.
like, he puts it in his pants, and then they're like fucking about to fuck inside
Yeah.
the Miyagi dojo, or like at the house, right?
And
Or
then-
no, is it at the dojo?
It's at the dojo.
And then he's just like, you have my, you have,
Drum?
yeah, no, you have Miyagi's drum in your pocket, and it's supposed to be this like dick joke, but like, it's like, why did he put it
It
in
was
his pocket?
weird, yeah.
But it's just
it
like
was
this
weird.
wood, but it's like, yeah, no, Diaz is the man, dude. Out of all those characters, he's like my favorite character.
He's because he is Daniel. That's the reason why he's so cool. He is like the exact character Daniel was, dude. He's the fucking poor fucking,
That's true.
you know, he's the
He
poor,
lives in Reseda.
he lives in Reseda. He's dating the rich.
And it's fucked up because now Johnny is like Miyagi.
Yeah.
In like a weird way.
Yeah.
He doesn't really want to teach him karate, but
And
he
Daniel's almost like fucking Kreese, dog. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
that would be. It's just another. He's like, yeah, no, that show. If you guys haven't seen this shit yet, like, you
You
fucking-
praises all around, dude.
No,
It's a good show, man.
Like, you kind of suck a little
Yeah,
bit. There's
a
a
little
little
bit.
bit of suckiness to
A
you because like there's
little
no
bit.
reason not to watch it. Like it's pretty good.
Well, one of my coworkers was like, I watch it's cheesy.
It's
Like,
supposed to
that's
be
what-
cheesy.
Yeah, that's it.
That
dude.
was like they're like whenever
nailed
they,
it.
whenever they were like writing down, they're like, we're gonna run this back. They're like, what are our goals? They're like nostalgia, cheesy, or like what's the other word for it? It's like corny.
Yeah.
It's like corny, but like, and then it's like, but make it good, and they do it. It's like a grand slam. Plus, it's like, it's got that like Degrassi teen drama
Yep.
aspect of it, but it's not like so crazy.
Nah,
I like how it's
yeah.
like kind of, it like makes fun of a lot of woke shit.
It
Like
definitely
it
does.
just sends that shit to hell. Like every chance it gets, it just
Yes.
fucking just shits down its fucking throat. Like there was that one like council person, and
Oh,
like
yeah.
and she's all like happy that like Kreese is like he's such a master manipulator, dude.
He's the best, bro.
Yeah.
When they had that like court case thing and like Daniel's wife, I forget her name right now. She's like
Samantha.
they
no,
like-
Samantha's daughter.
they like make her leave because she like showed up to his dojo.
Yeah. He's like,
slapped
I
him or
actually have a
something.
restraining order against
It's
her.
the
And
best,
she's
dude. He
like,
just like had kids break into people's houses and like
kill him.
it's like so crazy, dude. You know, he's the best, bro. I love Kreese.
But yeah, Terry Silver's coming back in the next season, and I just wanted to like, dude, fuck it. I watched that Part 3 movie. That movie's insane.
It is fucking
That
nuts,
one's
dude.
pretty crazy too, because like he gets the shit beat out of him the whole time, and at the end he just lands one shot.
And the mind fuck, bro. He just doesn't know for the longest time too. That's the craziest part.
Like their idea, I get the idea. They're like, let's just make this guy like quit at life,
Yeah.
like give up on everything. And like he was getting his ass whooped.
It was a good fucking.
And he's like, "It's over, Miyagi. It's over. I'm done. I quit." He's like, "No." He's like, he's so serious. He's like, "You do not quit." He's like, you know, you losing is okay, but like losing to fear is like unacceptable. And I
That's
was
so
like,
fucking
"Yo,
real,
bro."
dude.
And then he just gets up and starts doing the fucking kata, and the guy's just like, you know, I was like, why is he like freaking out? I was like, this is kind of stupid. Like he's getting off, but I think it's that. They all thought that was like the breaking point, because like the whole movie, like that movie was based upon like them trying to like mind fuck Edward,
internally mind fuck
make
him.
him quit like life, be depressed, like, just ruin his life,
Just give up
on everything, and like he loses the whole movie. It's like the Empire Strikes Back version of fucking. He just gets his fucking ass beat the whole time. He breaks fucking everything. I guess the only reason why nothing completely goes off the cliff. He like saves the little bonsai tree and like does all the shit, but then. At the end when he gets up and they're like they're surprised that he gets up, and then he starts doing the kata, and I like, you're just like, oh, but I think they're just like, this fucking guy is like tough, dude, you know what I mean? They're like,
He kind of is.
he
dude.
is, he's a badass dude, and he gets up and he just lands one shot, but it's not the same crane kick shit. He tries that and gets fucking smoked earlier in that by who's that other guy?
I forget what that guy's
That guy
name.
might come back too.
I'm fucking.
I want all these
about
people
it.
to come back.
Me too, dude.
I'm all about
Me
it.
too. No, I'm so excited, dude. I'm so excited, dude. No, I'm so.
What
it's
if
gonna be
Terry
fun.
Silver is Miguel's dad, dude?
Right?
That could happen.
That could fucking happen.
She's
bro.
like, his father was a very bad man.
Why we didn't
In
do
South
karate
America,
before is
or what?
because, hey, you never know, dude.
Yeah, it's possible.
I'd be into that, dude.
But the way they manipulate him, and it's so funny because he's all like, bro, like, low sweeps, like, that's what always wins, like, karate tournaments and shit. And then, like, you think of, like, a scrubby fighting game player, and, like, they always get hit by lows because they're, like, always...
they were onto something, dude.
They're
They
just,
fucking
yeah,
did,
it's like,
dude.
it was like a metaphor for, like, it's like, fucking watch your toes, sucker. Like, they're never blocking, they're always walking away because they're scared.
Oh, fuck,
They're
dude.
scared of the fucking smoke.
Fuck yeah, dude. Dude, that is so fucking good, dude. Shout out to Terry Silva, dude.
Yeah, he's a fucking...
I'm ready, bro. I'm fucking so
I wonder if
ready,
he's
dude.
still, like, because Kreese is still, like, to form. He still looks like...
He looks like how he did. He just grew, like he got
Exactly,
older.
dude. And
Yeah.
if he looks the same, but he has the ponytail and everything.
That'd be so bad.
It's be sick. I was
It's
like,
funny
oh, shit.
because I think all the characters aged really well, dude.
They did. Allie's hot as fuck,
Fuck, bro. They're all still recognizable. Sometimes you see someone get old and you're like, who the hell is that guy, dude? Like, it's nuts, dude.
I thought that about Val Kilmer for a while
Yeah.
until I realized that he was like dying or some shit. I still don't know. I know they made some documentary about it, but like I remember watching a movie.
That's
And I
terrible.
was like, who's this guy wearing like a Val Kilmer mask? I was like, what is going on right now? And then like in the credits, it was like Val Kilmer was in the movie. I was like, what? I thought it was like a Michael Myers mask. Like I was like, what? His face is fucked up.
That's insane.
The other person that reminds me of that is like Mickey Rourke, kind of.
Yeah.
Like his face is just like, he's like, I don't know what's going on there. He's so bloated.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's a
Who
good
knows?
actor though.
He really, dude. The wrestler dog.
The fucking wrestler was
Fucking
so
so good, bro. Yeah.
good. Ram
You know,
Jam.
it's kind of crazy, dude. Like, these people go through these things. I didn't even know Norm Macdonald was dying, bro.
I don't think he told anyone.
He kept it to himself, bro.
To be honest, like I actually haven't been. The only thing I know Norm Macdonald from was from like a couple stints in like, you know, little shows here and there, but mostly it was from Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Him spraying the fucking kid with the water
That's
hose.
the best
fucking
part, dude.
greatest fucking-
It's so funny,
Who are
dude.
you, mister? He's like, stop it.
He's like,
he's just. It's so good. Like, that scene is like a fucking. It's a masterpiece fucking scene, dude. I'm like freaking the fuck out.
He was a masterpiece guy, man. He was funny, dude. I've seen him in bits and pieces.
Like, I
there.
don't know what his personality was like, but like,
He was a troll.
was
dude.
that like? For some reason, I thought that
Everyone
was him.
said
I was like,
that,
dude, he's
that's
that
exactly
guy.
who it is. That's what everyone says. So like, you watch him on TV and stand up and movies, and that's him. He's always himself. Like he's never not gonna be him. And I you know what? I can appreciate that so much, dude.
It's like Ben Affleck, dude.
Dude, straight up, dude.
Mallrats, Ass Man. You know the comic book where he's like grabbing the girls' asses and then like
And then it's like J-Lo.
him and
It's
J Lo
like-
on the boat. He's just like,
Fuck yeah, dude. Authentic, bro.
fucking Ben Affleck, dude. It's like I was like, everyone's like, I think of you know, the Southie version of him from Good Will Hunting. I'm like, that's not what I think of. I'm
Ass
like,
man, bro. Ass man.
that's his true self.
Oh
dude.
shit, dude, that is so funny.
Return to form. Like,
I'll never forget, dude.
2021. Fucking, huh?
Fucking Ben Affleck, dog.
Ben Affleck's a fucking legend, dude.
Dude, he's pretty good, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I always think he's pretty fucking cool, dude.
Yeah, people hate on him, but
You know,
one day he'll get the Norm Macdonald treatment. Dude.
Yeah, he
Everyone's
will.
fucking giving him
well,
the fucking
the thing is, it's like
the rub.
people are giving him so much credit for like going through the cancer without saying, or like he pretty much just like went through it.
Yeah.
You know, and there's something about not sharing everything.
He didn't
in life.
monetize it.
No, you know, yeah, exactly. It's like
How am I gonna monetize my cancer?
my own, yeah.
Or anything. Activism, dude.
Yeah,
Remember
it's like-
that show, the activism.
gosh, dude.
I was not even talking about that shit. Supposedly they canceled it. Or
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. They canceled it, or they're changing it now to like a documentary because like it just didn't work.
It's weird because a lot of people do that. Like, I was watching Joey Diaz talk about Ralphie Mays passing away, and how his wife, for a long time, they were trying to create a documentary, and they never knew what it was about, right? But throughout the years, it changed constantly. And after he had passed away, his wife released it, and it changed again to just shitting on everything he did. It was really terrible, dude. But like, you know, whatever they can do to make some content, man. You know, you got
monetize this.
yeah, dude. It's terrible, dude. But you know, shout outs to Norm Macdonald, dude. I'm gonna miss that dude. He's a funny guy, man.
Hey, Ryan, or what?
Dude, yeah, that's the best.
Dude, when I was a little kid, I always thought that was the funniest shit. I was like,
Because I didn't
because he
get
has
it.
to think about it. Adam Sandler's like, he's thinking about it for a couple.
It made
seconds.
me think about him thinking about it too. I was like, why is he thinking about it? Like, it went right over my head
I
as a
assume
kid, dude.
1974 was that Easy Rider or something.
Yeah,
Jack
yeah.
Nicholson, or maybe Chinatown.
Okay.
Maybe. Trying to think of an old Jack Nicholson
Yeah.
movie before he like went like Joker or whatever.
I think the coolest thing about those movies, like Billy Madison in general, is like, as a kid, I only got like 25% of it. And then I rewatch it as an adult,
That
and
happens
it's
a
just so much funnier,
That happens a
dude.
lot.
I love that though, dude. It's so cool.
The,
You're
the
like,
replay value.
yeah,
No,
dude.
like if it's not a good kids movie, if you're a little kid, you just get everything.
I just didn't get it. Yeah, I was like, it was funny. There was funny parts, but it's just like that fucking water hose
you
part,
need to have
dude.
something for the adults in the
Definitely.
room. Like Who Framed Roger Rabbit is like a movie where like anyone can watch it. A little kid will watch it and like see it for the like funny like racist
Funny.
Indian bullets and shit or whatever. But like, yeah, and then like the teenage kids are like, dude, Jessica Rabbit is a fucking. My God, the horror!
Yeah.
I would go to jail for the
Yeah,
things I would do to
yeah.
her. You know what I mean? And then you get like the adults that are laughing at all like the really good nuanced jokes.
Yeah,
in
they're
there
just
and
going
shit.
over everyone else's heads and shit.
Yeah,
dude.
and then it's like it's there for everyone, dude. It's got it all.
Different levels, dude. I love that, dude. No, it makes it
There's
enjoy.
the comedic side.
Yep.
There's the fucking, you know.
It's the replay value, dude. It's funny. A lot of Adam Sandler's movies, bro. I'll just put them on replay, dude. They're all good.
Yeah.
That whole group, funny individuals, bro. Real talk, dude.
It is, yeah, for sure.
And they're still doing it, dude. That's the crazy part.
Yeah. Fucking A. Well, how was your week? Cheers.
Cheers, bro. It was all right, dude. It's getting somewhat of a colder temperature. It felt pretty good this week. I was
Cool it on.
cooling off, and when it would heat up, it wasn't too
When you're
bad.
at work, do they have the AC on in there, or is it just like a sweatshop?
It's a sweatshop.
In the
dude.
summer, it's
yeah.
hot as
Oh
well.
God, damn it, dude.
What?
We're in just like a metal box, bro. So it's just like heating up, dude.
Oh, Jesus
Like it's
Christ.
horrible. It's so bad. Like it gets really. They did install the AC, and every once in a while they'll like put it on for a second so you could like feel glory, dude. But it doesn't really work. You know what I mean? In a factory, it's so hard to keep that AC'd up because I'm constantly opening bay doors to let packages or pallets in of like wood or cardboard, and yeah, it's just not ideal to keep that.
So it's like
AC
a stand
on.
warehouse, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
So it gets pretty hot. And then when I was doing the filling and the cooking of the guitars, I'm standing by a UV oven too, so that thing was just fucking pumping heat, dude.
Pumping like cancer.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I burned my arm. Like one day,
that shit fucks you up.
Oh, it does.
I've heard that like
you're not
fluorescent bulbs and shit. That's UV, right?
I'm not
Maybe
100%
not.
sure.
Maybe I better not speak if I don't.
I don't know what I'm talking about either, but
Rewind a little bit. What are you talking about?
I'm pretty sure though it is really bad for you because one time like there's a lot of cords hanging around, so when the guitars are spinning, sometimes the horns will grab the cord and you'll hear it like get like stuck in there. So I've like opened the door before and like reached in to like pull the cord off the horn and then pulled my arm out, and by that time I was burned. Like it happens that fast.
Whoa, how long did it have to be in there for?
Like maybe 2 seconds. Like literally just opened it, pulled the thing off, pulled my arm out.
No, how long does the guitar sit in there for?
Like a minute 20.
That's like baking the coat?
Yeah.
So is it paint that's like activated
What
dry?
it is it's like a filler and a clear. And you mix that together, and when you wipe it on the guitar,
It's like a resin.
essentially.
Epoxy?
What it does is it gives it a surface so that the paint will stick when they spray.
Okay.
So when I bake it in the oven, take it out, scuff it up, it gives it texture, and then they spray it on. So it's a good thing to do. You could paint onto the wood, but there'd be a lot of holes or spots that miss out, and then you got to respray again and respray. It just becomes messy, so it's better.
It's like a pre-primer.
A lot of people,
Or do they even use primer?
they do primer. They do primer.
So it's just like a pre. It's just one more. Little
It's a step that ensures that when you do spray
It's a good
anything,
application.
yeah, it's just gonna spray clean. So it's a big step, and it's fucking, those lights are hot as fuck, dude. Like literally, dude. I put my arm in.
I might have something to have you paint.
Okay.
Keep it on the DL.
Okay.
But
Okay.
if you were
Yeah.
saying you
Yeah.
were like, we can paint stuff, I like. All right, I might take you up on that.
Yeah, dude.
We'll see. Secret stuff.
Some secret stuff, bro.
Yeah, because I was gonna spray paint it, but I was like, man, what if I could get Brandon to do some like, if they just have some wacky color, just like spray
Just
paint,
spray
it'd
it
be
up,
cool.
dude.
I don't know, like who knows?
Sky's the limit, dog.
I mean, if we're just like doing some sparkly black or some shit or like some cool
do
shit,
some shit like that.
just
yeah.
like throw it in there whenever the paint's good, just like.
spray that shit.
Did the guys do it with guns?
Yeah.
All right.
There's a bunch of videos.
Like
I don't
a
know if
prep it.
anyone plays guitar or anything, but check out Kiesel Guitars, guys. There's some pretty cool stuff. We
They
got
make
some-
like high end or is it like cheaper stuff?
It's like a middle ground. But the thing is you build your dream. There's nowhere else you can really go. You can send us photos of things you want. We can photo match it. Like it's pretty serious. Like if you're going to like Fender, like Ibanez, or any of the other
This is
companies,
like previously known as
Carvin guitars, yeah. But it was it started as Kiesel, then they changed it to Carvin, which is two of the sons' names, Gavin and Carson mixed together, Carvin. And then once we split as a company, you're like trying to put it together.
Whoa. You say Gavin?
Gavin and Carson, so Carvin, Gavin, Carson.
Oh, I was going the other way around. I was like,
Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense. What the fuck are you talking about?
But,
okay, I was like, question mark.
They do pro audio, Carvin, and Kiesel does guitars, and we just do it up, bro.
Okay.
But like I was saying, at other companies, there's a lot of good companies out there, man. They make a lot of good products, but the only downside is sometimes they only have limited colors. Like you can get a red, black, or white. You know what I mean?
I see.
You're spending some money. It's like here you can actually like get what you want.
You can color match.
You can color
That's what
match.
you were talking about.
We have a bunch of other
Photo match? Is color
Yeah,
match?
color
Or we're
match.
talking about like actual, like you draw your own guitar and then just like,
No. It's color match. So it's like
Okay.
we have a bunch of shapes and models that you pick from.
Uh-huh.
But you pick all the options. You can pick the scale length of the fretboard. You can just so many different options. It's insane. There's a lot you can do, and you know,
do like ivory inlays.
they have abalone. We have pearl. We have all that stuff, man, and it's cool because I've worked there for about like 7 years now, I think, almost.
Jesus Christ.
I know it doesn't even feel like that long, but through those years, man, I've walked by and seen so many guitars, and even to this day, I'll get surprised.
Some cool ideas.
Yeah, dude, you're just like, whoa, that's so crazy. Like,
That's cool.
I think that's the coolest part about it, you know.
That is cool.
Yeah, I always tell everyone, like, I'm always like backdoor selling, dude. When like drivers come up, they're like, "You guys make guitars here?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro." I'm like, "You play it, dog?" Like, I'm always just trying to like sell somebody. I'm like, "Come buy your dream, dude. We'll make it for you, bro." They're like, "Damn,
They better pay
dude."
you for this spot. This is a plug and a half.
Yeah, this.
I mean, come on, what are we doing?
We got a big audience, bro. You know,
Yeah,
like,
we got like 45 people watching.
you know,
this.
if you guys get a surplus of fucking 30 guitars today, dude, you know why now, dude.
You get. You should like make,
I've
make
actually-
a custom SPO one and then raffle it off.
That'd be fucking sick, bro.
Get
I've sold 3 guitars, and I'm not even a salesman, dude.
Really? Oh,
Yeah. I'm just like, oh, you know, it's a good product, and I've been there for so long, and I see the work that the people do, and it's like, they're amazing instruments, dude. I have one, I just don't play that much, dude.
You
know?
have a guitar.
Yeah.
You have a Kiesel guitar.
Yep.
Nice.
It was a kit though. So
Do
it
they
doesn't-
only make electric?
They make electric acoustics. We used to do only acoustics, but it just wasn't.
It used to only be acoustics.
No, we used to do only acoustics before. Like, we would do electric guitars and acoustic guitars. Now the acoustics we do are electric acoustics. They're not just an acoustic guitar anymore.
Oh, you don't make acoustics anymore. There's no. I mean, come on.
You know, it's like, yeah. It's a weird thing, right? It's like,
No, I know what you mean. And then find a good acoustic guitar. They
that's
don't all
hard.
sound the same.
No,
They sound- a lot of them
That's
sound-
what the problem was. It was just, some of them sounded good and some of them sounded bunky, and it just wasn't something we wanted to
You
like.
know, it's funny.
But-
My dad has all these stories about his like brothers like fucking him over, but they'd be like, "Oh wow, this is so cool! Like, let me buy it from you, whatever." And he's like, okay, you know, you can have it, but if you ever get rid of it, like, let me know. He says a million of these stories about this brother fucked him over with that thing and this thing and that. I mean, but the one that he always remembers the most is this guitar. He fucking had. He like. He's like, I bought it at like a pawn shop in like Oklahoma City or something. It was like the greatest sounding guitar of all time. He's like, the acoustics was just insane. Like, it was fucking. He's like, it was worth $1 million. Like,
Oh my god.
he's like, it was like $1 million sounding guitar, and like he had it, and his brother's like, oh my god, this guitar is the greatest fucking guitar ever. Like, he was just like spooning over it or whatever, pining or fucking whatever gay or considered word you want to put, fucking. And then, oh, that's fucked up sounding. And then he's like, oh, I'll buy it. I think he sold it to him for like $400, but he's like, if you ever get rid of it, like, I'll buy it. Don't just give it away or sell it or whatever. And then like, he said it was like 3 weeks later. He's like, hey, where's that guitar? And he's like, oh, I fucking got it. He's like, dude, like, what the fuck?
That's brutal.
Yeah, and
dude.
he's just like, man, fuck these people. Like, I fucking hate you
That's so
guys.
funny, dude.
That's so fucked up.
No, it's like,
It was like Jake did that to me one time. God damn it, that kid. I don't know. I'm not trying to say anything bad about Jake. I love Jake.
was it a guitar?
No, it was my fucking.
Oh.
I had a Logitech CRT computer monitor that was fucking huge, and it was black. It was like it was new. It was made in like 2001 or
bro.
something. It was like made in 2001 or 2002 or so it wasn't some like old dinosaur CRT computer monitor. It was like it had a lot of life left in it. You know what I mean? And it was like top of the line monitor.
Fuck,
And
dude.
he was using it to play shit on. He didn't have a computer monitor. And I was like, I have one that I'm not really using because I had switched to like an LCD foolishly all these years back. What a fucking idiot I was. And I was like, hey, like, I have this monitor that I really like, but I'm not using it. You can use it. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. So I was like, if you ever fucking get rid of this thing, I was like, I'll give it to you for free. But if
give
you
it back.
no. I was like, I'll buy it back from you if you ever get rid of it. I was like, I'll give you money for it. I think I specifically told him, like, don't pawn it. Like, I'll buy it from you. I'll give you money for it back. I don't care. I love this thing. And he's like, okay. I was helping him out. And then years later, I hit him up. I was like, bro, like, are you still using that monitor? Like, let me get that shit. He's like, bro, I pawned that like years ago. I was like,
Why do people pawn anything?
I don't know. But
It's
why?
It's like,
That thing was so legit, bro. You know how much money that thing's worth now? Monitors like that are expensive as fuck.
That's insane, bro.
Like that era, like the last generation of like CRT computer monitors for the right buyer, you can get like fucking $600 for them or something like that.
And you know, at the pawn
like
shop, you got like
more expensive than any fucking HD LCD computer monitor you could possibly have, and it's
you probably got like 2 coupons to McDonald's and like a fucking 10 spot or something.
Yeah,
you know, it's
like,
like
we'll give you like $15, bro. He's like, all right, cool. We'll go
It's
buy
so
a fucking
brutal.
double cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Fucking
Oh,
stupid
God,
shit.
dude.
Man. I'm like, God.
No, that's the worst, brother. That is the worst.
That shit really grinds my gears. But
I feel like I've been ripped off a lot, dude, for sure. Unfortunately, we have a family member who does stuff like that, and I've bought probably 6 guitars in my life, dude.
You only have one.
I'm always like, I just need another guitar, dude, and then just it's so weird, isn't it? Yeah, isn't it stuff like that? It's like
fuck, bro. I know what you're talking about.
you just like. There's certain items that you buy that you're like, someone's gonna pawn this. Like, like someone's gonna pawn this one.
You
day.
like trade it down your house.
Yeah, you're just like, God damn it, dude.
Will lives like that, which is kind of crazy. He tells me, he's like, I gotta like put a padlock on my shit. I'm like, fuck, bro. I mean,
That's crazy.
yeah.
No, it gets to you after a while, bro. That's the most like invasive shit, dude. Like,
Yeah, luckily I've never had to worry about like shit going missing in my house.
that's very lucky, dude.
Well, maybe Riley in his like crack heyday,
You never know. You could have been missing something.
his like best impersonation of Hunter Biden he could possibly, I mean, come on. Shout outs to Ralphie. It's his birthday today.
Happy birthday, Riley, dude.
He doesn't listen to this shit.
Happy birthday, bro.
He's like,
He was just on once and one
maybe
and
we
done,
should talk
dude.
about 5G and he'll fucking come listen to our podcast, bro.
We'll take him to Five Guys, dude.
5 guys.
The best spot. It was it's like, come on, guys, you not seen it? 5G. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, I was like, all the stars are aligning, dude. That shit is so fucking funny, dude. When's the last time you've eaten at a Five Guys? To be honest,
Years.
it's expensive, dude.
Yeah, I can't afford it. I'm a priced out. Dude.
It's like it's
Oscar's
a
all like,
burger.
Oscar's like, do you want to get 5 guys or do you want to go get sushi? I like look at my wallet. I'm like, Five
McDonald's,
guys.
dude?
5 guys is out. Bro.
Yeah,
We gotta
it's
go
out,
get
bro.
Sushi, dude. Let's go. Like,
I don't know why it's so expensive either. It's like doesn't make any sense.
me
dude.
and Oscar went to a comedy show on Thursday night at like 10 o'clock. It was brutal as fuck.
Why was it so late?
Because it was an added. It was like. They only had one show. It was Andrew Schultz, who's from the like Flagrant 2, does Flagrant 2 podcast.
Yeah, he was from fucking Geico too.
Yeah.
Him and Chris DeSavant. I can't even say that guy's last name.
Yeah, that guy, it's great. Andrew Schultz is funny as fuck.
Yeah.
And, so I bought tickets. Well, they originally came out for a 7:30 show at Balboa Theater. Have you ever been to Balboa Theater?
Maybe once in my life.
It's cool. It's like big stages go like when the seats go straight up like a fucking. It's dangerous, bro. People drinking and shit.
Oh, fuck,
People
bro.
drinking and then
Yeah.
I was like, I've never
Been
you
around
know.
that many drunk people.
Well,
before.
no. And then I was worried. I was like, bro, everyone's laughing and shit in here. No one's like wearing masks. But they were probably all back, hopefully. It's San Diego.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of like fucking MAGA hats in the crowd.
No,
You know what I mean? I was like, okay, I'm safe. Like but
We're good.
it was just crazy. Like the last step. So going down into the consignment or concessions area.
Okay.
Whatever that
One
one
of
is.
those.
The like right at the step, like it's tilted downward. So like it's just like
Soma side
setting
stage, dude.
someone up to be like, like just go ahead spiking down the steps. I was like, Jesus Christ. I almost tripped.
Dude, fuck yeah, bro.
I'm like a fucking sure-footed young individual. Like I ain't gonna fucking trip on some stupid shit, but that was like a death trap.
That's what was the problem with Soma side stage, dog. That fucking it's
Yeah,
on the
it's
hill,
like
dog.
that, bro.
Yeah.
It was like that. I was like, what the fuck?
One person drops a drink, dude. Everyone's just fucking ooh, like fucking freaking the fuck out, dude. Like, no, that shit's fucking.
Yeah, pretty
poor.
much.
You know why? Why?
I think I've only been there once before. I saw Ryan Adams there do like an acoustic show, just like
shit.
a fucking piano, like an acoustic guitar, and like a fucking harmonica. It was pretty sick.
That's pretty
It wasn't
dope.
a band. I was kind of expecting a band, but I was like, oh, it's just him. And then like halfway through the show, he like brought Mandy Moore on stage and he like beat her, and I was like, oh wow, this is this will be a problem in a couple years.
Yeah,
for you, buddy.
oh, yeah.
And I'm like, that was it. But yeah, he's like covering fucking. He's like, like I really came out with an album a while ago. It was like a cover album of what's that one white country / pop singer?
Kid
chick?
Rock?
No,
Girl.
She used to be country a long time ago, and now she's all like super pop rock, blonde, real cutie.
Fuck, I couldn't even tell you.
You know who she is, bro.
I probably do, but I was like,
Fuck, what's her name? She's like the most fucking little teeny bop chick.
Chill.
The album was called Night.
Oh God, I know it's on the tip of my tongue, dude. Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
There we
He
go.
had an album of just Taylor Swift covers.
That's pretty hype.
I mean,
he knew what he was doing, dude. Like people love Taylor Swift. Dude.
I mean, it's a fall fucking. I mean, it's a pretty epic fall. Like the scent of the career, the great career of the.
Oh, fuck,
But
dude.
either way, that was back whenever that shit hadn't happened yet. And he smacked up Mandy Moore on stage. I swear to God. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like,
but that was
Jesus
like
Christ,
that's why they
that's
allegedly got divorced because he would just like beat her or some shit. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
I shouldn't be joking
Poor
about
Mandy
it,
Moore,
but it was
dude.
kind of funny.
You know,
A little bit. That joke was. Oh, I won't talk about it anymore. But
is she, that's a hot or not right now, dude. Is she still hot, dude, or what, dude?
probably
I believe it. I haven't seen her in fucking years, bro.
me either.
Walk to Remember was the last time I saw her, dude.
Yeah.
The most fucked up movie, dude.
Yeah, either
What's
way.
up with fucked up movies like that? First off, too.
Yeah, like Christmas shoes and shit. Where like
Like,
everyone dies at the end.
The
You're like,
Notebook.
Come on,
The Notebook is literally just watching two people grow old and decrepit, and
Yeah.
like have to make life decisions. And
Yeah,
shit.
that was more.
Like,
of
dude,
a
this is
descent
fucked
than
up, man.
His career was, but yeah, no, I mean these. It's just people going downhill, bro. It's like, just trying a plane crash, dude. It's like, oh my god.
They're just trying to stay around for however long, dude.
But so I've only been there once, and it was. I don't remember it being such like a shit. I guess it's pandemic, like.
yeah,
Because the line to get in, they were like, it was whack, dog. It took a long time to get in there. It was supposed to
only
start
imagine.
at 10, and we didn't even get through the door until 10:45, and the show didn't even start till like 11 something, and then it didn't end. We got up there like 1:30, and we went to go eat Shogun in Kearney Mesa or whatever before, and that was cool. I fucked up. Don't order sushi from Shogun.
yeah. I've been to Shogun. I actually liked it, but I don't.
I
get
should have
sushi.
got the steak, bro.
Yeah,
I should have
yeah,
got the steak. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
I could see that the sushi would be.
I was like,
weird.
man, these sushi like combinations of flavors sound good, and I ordered just like a couple rolls, and I was like,
Oh, no.
I was just looking at Oscar's like little choo-choo train thing. I was like, man, I fucked up. I should have got this.
It happens though. You don't know.
And then there wasn't enough like the food. The rolls were small. That's why I like. There's some places I like too because they just like full body rolls
full
instead of
fucking
these like
roll.
little chintzy fucking
Little
like.
7-Eleven, little.
Yeah,
fucking
I was
thing.
like, bro, is this major market? Like, the fuck, dude? Like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, this is bullshit.
You know, it's like the same thing I was talking about with the Mexican food where they make the chicken tacos with the onions and the peppers. It's like they're cutting costs, dude. They're like, you know what? We're gonna give you some chicken, but a majority of it's gonna be onions and peppers. You're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, man?
Yeah, it should be like, yeah. They don't want to waste meat. Though.
No.
They're like, put enough to where they won't complain.
Yeah.
And then like,
If I get a bite and there's no chicken in it, it's like that's mind-boggling to me.
it's just like, yeah. Well,
I like onions and peppers and shit, but it's like, give me some chicken, dog. I didn't order an onion and pepper taco, bro. Like, I don't know. That's crazy, dude.
But it
Shogun sushi, I'll remember that. For the
don't
rest of
get
my
that
life,
shit.
dude.
It looks good, but it's not. It's not. I was like, what the fuck? Like, it was okay, but they give you a lot of ginger. I ate 2 plates of ginger.
There you go.
I was like, I'm still hungry. I was like, I'm still fucking hungry. I was like, this isn't enough food. These rolls are fucking skinny, dog. I was like, I need to eat. I was like, I was just eating,
wasabi and ginger.
Bro, I was just eating ginger. It was bad. I was like, God damn it.
Oh,
Usually I leave some on there because I'm actually full, but this time I was like, just people were watching me. They're like, what the fuck is this
You're
guy
like making
doing?
a fucking ginger roll. You're like,
Damn it. Yeah,
oh my
pretty much.
God,
That's
dude.
what happened. But it
Shout out
was
to
good.
Shogun, dude.
Yeah. Shout out to Shogun.
Me and Megan went there like maybe like halfway between the pandemic happening. Like they like opened up once and it was like they were kind of doing a soft opening and it was just me and her in there. It was actually kind of cool, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there was a really interesting thing that happened when we were there. Though. There was like, you know how it's just random groups of people
Yeah.
that sit down? There was this group of like What it looked like to me was a high school couple
Okay.
and the girl's kid sister,
Okay.
like being on the date with them, but she was just like a tag along.
Oh no.
Because maybe like they're like,
watch
if
it
you
or
want to go, take your sister. Like this is like a
Full House.
this is like
episode
a
and
this is
shit.
like a good way to like make sure you're not like fucking. Like we'll like ask your sister
Yeah.
like, do you like rat out your sister? That doesn't work, parents. Parents, I'm sorry, but that doesn't work. All you're doing is like setting your fucking younger kid to like get
Watch some
traumatized
shit.
for like some just
Watch your
nonsense.
sister just get
My
finger
dad,
banged
my
under the
parents used to do
table
that
and
shit. My parents used to be like, hey, like Riley wants to go do something, but like you know, you'll do the right thing, so like you go and like make sure nothing stupid happens. And then we'd go to like some crack house and he'd be doing drugs and like there'd just be like crackheads like fucking each other in the ass and shit. I'm like, okay, like what are we doing
you're
here?
just
I'm like,
witnessing
can I
the
just
worst
go
thing.
home?
Yeah.
Please?
If a fucking teenage boy's gonna finger blast a girl, he's gonna do that with a little sister.
I was
in the
like,
car
can I
seat.
just go home? There's like only one girl there and I could possibly talk to. She's got a fucking lazy eye. I'm not joking. This shit's real life, bro. And I was even about to be like, I mean, come on, get over here. Like, let's fucking like, let's put on Billy Madison and fucking have a good time, dude. Meg Ryan or fucking 1974 fucking Jack Nicholson.
Oh shit.
No, I mean, yeah, they were all goth out too.
It's
Fucking
the
bucket
fucking-
and shit. It was like some satanic death cult shit. I was like,
Gosh,
why the
dude.
fuck am I here right now?
Because it's the Boy Meets World method, bro. It's the fucking, it's the Full House method.
And then
dog.
they'd
It's
come
like-
home and they'd be like, "Was everything okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, everything was fucking fine." I got like I got like bleeding. They like I got like stuck with a needle on the couch. I don't know where it came
They
from.
like, they like read your journal the next day. There's like all these new ideas. And
I have like
They're like,
HIV
holy
and shit from some
dude.
like crackhead like needle of I mean they
I
were
didn't know you could shoot up so much in
was
one
like
arm. You're like, holy
like
shit.
the amount of debauchery that was happening in this fucking house.
Gosh,
and like I'm not even
dude.
trying to talk shit because these poor fucking kids like left alone. There was no parents around.
No.
Who was even it was like just the Wild West, dude.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's like a bunch of random kids here. It's just like just wilding out, man. I'm like, God damn it. And it was not my cup of tea, dude. I was like, please God, don't ever send me. They were like, it was like a one-way ticket to hell. They're like, here, go
Holy
fucking.
shit.
It was bad, bro. I was
No,
like,
I believe it, dude.
so, where was I getting at with this shit? Oh, so the kid sister was probably, that was like the ploy. And the whole time I was like, dude, the chick is pretty hot, but like the guy is the ugliest fucking kid. I'm not trying to throw shit at this kid, but like, he was punching up in his weight class, okay? Like, this was like, I was like, okay. I mean, he was, I don't
Was he
throw the
all
word-
right?
I don't throw the word ugly around. He might have been fit. He was wearing a jacket.
You can't really tell. You don't
He
know.
might have been like yoked up, but his fucking just
His grill was
I
just all
mean-
fucked up. Maybe he had money. Maybe he was driving a fucking Audi or something.
good
dog.
for him. No, they were young. They were super young.
So they didn't even drive.
Good for him. That's all I'm
Yeah.
gonna say. Good for you. I'm sure people were saying that shit to me and Oscar because she's dressed all cute and I'm just in like a fucking like frumped up like old fighting game shirt. It's like falling apart and she was like dressed
yeah.
all cool and shit. But like, you know what I mean? Like, and the whole time I was like, dude, check this out. Like, check out this guy. He's fucking ugly as fuck. And like Oscar was like talking about someone else. And the whole time, I never was talking about the other table because like we didn't have anything to talk about.
No,
so we're just like
definitely.
shitting on people.
Well, that's what you people
to
watch,
like
bro.
bring ourselves up like a little
No,
bit. We're just
that's like it's like dinner and a show, bro. Like you know,
We're just-
that's how I just do it,
we're just
dude.
bagging on
Look
everybody.
at the fucking way this guy.
I'm like,
eats
look at
this
that, like,
fucking
look at this
thing,
stupid
dude.
motherfucker. I was like,
Yeah,
look, he's using the chopsticks all wrong. I was like, he just stabbed in the rice. I was like,
yeah.
I was like,
Just have a little notebook, just jot something down. Like, no fucking.
it was so bad, dude.
That's the best, dude.
And then the little sister kept noticing that I was just like, just staring
Freaking
at
out.
them and talking to Oscar and just laughing about shit. And she was probably like, fuck this asshole. And I was all like, whatever, it doesn't matter. And then she was talking about some other group of like, I don't know.
Oddly looking people. Maybe.
No, but I don't know. I was just not into that. I was more into people watching these people. And then when she gets up, the girl gets up, I was like, oh my God, babe. I was like, check this out. I wasn't even looking. She was doing this thing where she'd look a different direction and be talking about someone else. So like I wouldn't get thrown off the fuck. But I don't care.
No.
I was like, oh my God, babe, check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. And she was just like, and I'm like, check it out. I'm like, and then like looking at me and I'm like, look at her fucking titties. I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, everyone's like, dude, she got up. She had this like, the girlfriend I mean,
Stacked or what?
I guarantee you, I know exactly what happened. She's like, little sister, go on this date with them. Make sure she doesn't dress like a whore, like all this shit. And then she was just in like a crop top,
Yep.
in like a thin white shirt with no bra on, and you could just see nipples and everything. And I was like elbowing Oscar like in the face. I was like, look at this chick's titties. I was like, look, and everyone's like, what the fuck? I made a scene, and Oscar was just like, and I'm like turning her neck. I was like, look at it. I was like,
areola.
I was like, look at it. She missed it. I was like, you dumb fucking.
That's the thing right now, like the natural, like.
It was pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. She was 18, okay? I know she was 18, but I mean, come on, what are you doing? But it was just fucking crazy because I was like,
nuts, dude.
Who knows? He's probably like fucking.
He could have been like 35.
He's
dude,
like packing probably and like fucking.
He's probably rich, packing. Fucking, he's probably got a couple good things about him, you know.
But that kid's face, God forbid, it's a face only a mother could love, dude.
Yeah.
It was a Chuddy McChudders,
dude. Poor guy, bro.
But hey, man.
Hey, he's got the fucking chick, dude. So that's all that matters, bro.
He's got him. She's got a chick, that's for sure. I was like, God damn.
That's crazy, dude. Crop tops.
I was like, thank God
dude.
you don't dress like that shit. I'd fucking like cut your head off.
Oh
and
yeah.
like, fucking
I wouldn't even let you out the door. Yeah. Seriously.
I ain't fucking around. You ain't going outside the house
I
like
know.
that.
So good, dude.
Fucked up thing to
Just
joke
like get
about,
like a
dude,
sweater. She's like, God damn it. It was like, put that on, dude.
But
Let's go.
yeah, I was like.
That's nuts,
That was
bro.
fucking funny, bro. Then I don't know. The show was good. Andrew Schultz is funny, man.
I like that.
That motherfucker's funny,
like
and even
it.
the people that came on before him were funny.
That's the best part about I like seeing other comedians I don't know about. It's like going to watch a band that you love and then seeing four
Some
bands that you've
local
never heard.
fucking.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And then you're like, dude, that band was sick as fuck. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
always cool.
That's
dude.
how we found. That's how we found a lot of cool music back in the day. For sure.
No, exactly, dude.
We're like, who are all these people? It's like, I don't know these people. I don't know these people. Fight Paris, they suck. Fucking, I'm here for the main line or whatever. But like,
Exactly.
Then some of those bands in the middle were like actually pretty sick.
And then they're selling EPs. You go buy one for $5. You're like in it, dude. You're like, this is sick, dude.
You buy a literal CD.
Yeah, that was the coolest shit, dude. No, physical content, dude.
I always hear those
dude.
like things about people. It's like, what if you're on some date, like this chick is super hot, and you go back to her place, and you just see like a litter box, like with like 2 turds in it, like I just get up and walk out. Like
I would eat those shits out of that fucking litter box, dude.
I always hear shit like this. I remember back in the day, this is like the first time I ever heard something like that. It was random. It somehow all ties in too, because like it was Bruce Buffer, like the UFC announcer guy.
Yeah.
He was on a Sherdog way back in the day, Sherdog Radio. He was doing an interview with like Josh Gross or something. No one knows who these people are, but they're still kind of
They're relevant.
they're
somewhat,
relevant.
right?
Josh Gross is somewhat still a person that's like alive. I think he might have died of like a heart attack or something, but. Yeah, so Bruce Buffer is telling the story about how like he went on the date with the hottest chick on the planet, and then he went back to her house and there was just like the kitty litter box was just like full to the brim and there was just like litter like sprayed everywhere and he just was all like, hey, I'm gonna take a leak, and like ran out and drove off. He was like, fuck this shit. And you always see those bits like on like Friends where like he's got this hot girlfriend like Ross, and then he goes to her house and she's like a hoarder or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's just all grossed out. And he finds like food in the couch, like stuffed in the thing, and he's just like, oh, I gotta get out of here, like, oh. And my whole thing was, fuck, I had a fucking reason I was going down this, and I totally forgot. God damn
I
it.
gotta have something.
What?
We talked about it before. If no one's ever had a friend like that on your block that just like has a family of hoarders, you like spend the night at their house, you get like lice in your hair and shit, like, you know what I mean? It's like,
There was this kid I knew named Robert. Oh my god. And it was like in grade school. And we went, he lived out in the middle of nowhere, like off of like Cougar Pass, like off Deer Springs Road.
that's fucking
And
out
it was
there,
like,
boy.
it was out there. And we spent the night, and my mom was just like, she let us stay there because she didn't want to like back out. But
rude or
dude,
something?
it was pretty wild. And we just stayed up all night and played Dungeons and Dragons and shit. That was the first time I ever
Yeah.
played Dungeons and Dragons
That's
too.
so
It was
badass,
super
dude.
sick, and like it was badass. But like, man, it was pretty wild. My mom was just like, was it okay? Because like I was kind of sketched out, like seeing the like conditions of the house. It was like literally like falling apart. But I'm like, dude, people could say that shit about the houses we lived in when I was a kid. Because my parents were like, hey, check this out. There's like a couple acres here and we can put horses. And like, the house was like 100 years old and it's falling apart. And I'm like, oh, cool. And it's like, so like, you know, people could be like, Jesus Christ, this house is fucked up. You know what I mean? But they're like, oh, whatever, we can have like some horses in the back or whatever. That's what we always lived on a place, unless we were.
I was always jealous of that, dog.
Yeah, it was cool. We'd have like airsoft gun wars and shit.
Yeah, you could
just,
like
shoot each other in the eyes, like aim for the eyes. Like,
Yeah.
like, oh, blind. No, but damn it, I was going somewhere with this shit about you go into some place
And there's cat litter.
like
and
the
just-
only reason why I would dip out on a date with a chick is like if I saw this thing and I can't remember what it was. Fuck, it was such a good joke too, and I was
God damn
going
it.
down there. I told too long of a story to build up to the funny part.
I feel you.
I like totally shit the bed right there.
I'm disappointed that Bruce Buffer is like that, though. It's like, there's another guy I talked about. It's like, if you can't even, like, he's like, this guy was like came from a good upbringing, but he just got into drugs hard. And he was just like, if you can't sleep with a fucking cigarette burnt blanket, like, that's the fucking truth. It's like, if you can't deal with dirty, bro, it's like, that's almost like cooler, dude. I would like, if I walked into the hottest girl's house and it was a fucking mess, I'd be like, I'm in. You know,
There's nothing you can do to like fucking.
like, thank God. Yeah, thank God.
You're like, oh,
dude.
I'm good. I'm in the
fuck,
good.
I thought
right
I
now.
was out, dude, but now you want me to
No.
change this for you? Yeah, you're just like,
Yeah, and then you show them something nice, and it like just changes them. They love you forever. No one's ever
Yeah.
given me a fucking full candy bar before. It's always like out of the trash,
just
like
fun
nice
size,
kids.
dude. Yeah, like, oh fucking
God
shit, dude.
damn it.
God damn it. Well, hopefully you can think about it again and it'll come to
real
you.
flowers and not from like a swap meet, like a dead old person, like
Wow, these are from an actual flower shop, not from Vaughn's, huh?
arrangements.
You're like,
It's
yeah,
like,
dude.
there's no dust on these flowers. Like, oh, I just broke one in half. It's real. Oh my God, I smell it now.
Yeah, man, dude. That is so fucking funny, dude.
Babe, smell the roses. No, I don't know. God, it had to do with these fucking. It had to do with. I don't know. I don't know. Either way, that comedy show was pretty good,
Dude, that's epic, dude.
and the people were funny.
Fuck yeah.
One of the was the guy with the long hair on the Flagrant 2, the white guy with the
Okay.
long hair. He was funny, and the jokes were like. They were. I mean, a lot of the jokes were not shit that people aren't making jokes like that anymore. Like they were going
Pretty
for it.
raunchy kind of.
They were just no. It was like they were going for it hard. It was very
I respect
insensitive
that,
towards
dude.
like
a lot of
all
people.
types of people that are like protected class now, and it was just like they were just dunking on everyone. It was so funny.
You just made me think. I was watching Bert Kreischer's podcast where he was talking about Norm Macdonald. And he was talking about his favorite Norm joke.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so fucking clever and just stupid and funny. I'm gonna tell right now. This is the kind of comedy that I like respect though. He's like, I moved into this house and I met my neighbor, and he says he's like a professor of logic, and he's like, what's a professor of logic? And he's like, well, Norm, do you got a doghouse in your backyard? And he's like, I do. And he's like, well, by using logic, I can tell that you have a dog as well. He's like, I do have a dog. And he's just like, well, knowing that you have a dog, I must ask, do you have kids? He's like, I do have kids. And he's like, well, knowing that you have kids, that must mean you're married. Do you have a wife? He's like, I do have a wife. And he's like, that's what a professor of logic does. The next week he meets his other neighbor, and he's just like, hey, I met the new neighbor. Like, what does he do? He's like, he's a professor of logic. And he's like, well, what does that mean? And he's like, do you have a doghouse in your backyard? He's like, no. He's like, you must be homosexual. I was like, that's so funny, bro. Like, it was pretty good. I was like,
That is pretty funny.
it was so stupid though. I was like, God damn it, that's epic, dude. Like,
Yeah, no, that's kind of it's what it was all. I mean, the jokes were funny, man. They were fucking funny, dude. It was good. It was.
I respect
good.
that, dude.
And they were. I mean, these were jokes where you're not
People-
scared.
yeah.
You're not scared to make jokes if you're doing shit like this.
Oh, definitely.
This day and age, like you
That's
have
so cool,
no
though.
fear. And I was like, whoa.
it kind of has to be that way though.
You know, because I see some of these fucking stand-up specials, and I'm just like, this is kind of like this
They're
is
trying-
pretty fucking tame. You know
They're,
what I mean?
they're very tame, and they're trying to stay safe.
Yeah.
No one's trying to like.
No, these motherfuckers were taking chances.
I like
dude.
that.
I was like, and people thought
I
it was
like
funny,
that.
and I'm glad it wasn't like a bunch of people going like, boo.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and then he always does crowd work, and the shit was just it
Nah,
was
crowd
too
work
funny,
is the
dude. It was
best,
too
dude.
funny.
That's my favorite, dude.
He's just like asking. He's like, there's one guy. He's like, where you from, dude? He's like, Afghan. He's like, I'm Afghani. He's like, I'm from Afghanistan. He's like, he starts laughing. He's like, just like really? He's like, yeah. And he's like, all right, you can go back. It was so fucked up, but it was so funny.
That's so good, dude.
I was just he thought it was funny. The guy was fucking laughing his ass off.
Most people are gonna laugh.
Everybody was just laughing. It was just a good. I mean, it was awesome
That's so cool
to
dude.
be. And then Oscar thought it was funny because that's always a.
Yeah.
You never know. You know, sometimes they can make like a pink hair girl joke,
Yeah,
and then
and
girls
they're
will be like.
Yeah.
And he's just like, it wasn't like Tosh level shitting on
I
women,
got you. Yeah,
but it was
yeah,
like,
it's
I mean,
kinda close.
it was pretty bad. And Oscar didn't, you know, she didn't like pull.
She didn't lose her mind, dude.
No, she was, yeah.
She did.
She was cool.
Does she get sensitive?
She laughed more than I did.
Okay.
She was fucking.
But does she get sensitive over stuff like that?
No, she didn't care.
Okay.
She was being cool about it. I don't know. I could imagine where like at some point something. You know,
Could
you get like
trigger.
a wild hair up your ass, and all of a sudden you're like, "I'm gonna die on this hill for like no reason."
Yeah.
You're like, "Shut the fuck up! This is a joke." These
Yeah,
people are trying.
I
People are trying to make like 2,000 people laugh.
Yeah, they're trying to make
Like,
laughter happen.
knock it off,
And
like-
sometimes in doing so, you can offend or piss people off, dude.
But it was the first time I've been in San Diego for a long time, and it was crazy. It was like Gaslamp too. It was like
Damn,
middle,
son.
the heart of San Diego. There's like gangs of bikes just doing wheelies down the street. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, does this happen every like Thursday night, like at 10:30?
It's like the
what
fucking
It
totally.
was weird. I was like, what are these guys doing?
The Totally Obsessed episode where the guy's riding around with ET on the front of his bike to like.
Yeah, no, it was,
replicate the
dude, it
ET
was
ride.
wild. There was like 50 people riding their bikes down the road
It's a gang,
doing
right?
wheelies, like just. And
What
I
are
was
those-
like,
what are those videos called?
what's
where,
going
where,
on
where
right
people
now?
make like
and it was cool. There was one thing that happened that was pretty
what's
crazy.
it here?
The guy riding the bike, the pedal hit this little guard, like a little plastic, like barrier that was really light. Some guy rode by and his pedal hit the barrier and it kind of went in towards the guys walking, and like the guy reacted super fast. Another bike was right behind him and he kicked the barrier out into the guy's bike and it almost fucked him up. And the guy looked back and was just like asshole and kept riding. I was like, wow, that happened really fast. I was like, if he would have ate shit, that would have been crazy.
Oh.
I would have loved to see just some crazy fight like right in front of me.
Yeah.
I would've
That's
been
what the
like-
best part of the gas lamp is, dog. Yeah, like I would have started
like-
to instigate some shit and been like, yeah,
I'd have been like taking bets. I'd have been
get
like,
some bear claws on that bike, you pussy.
let's get some
Yeah,
action. I got 2-1. The white guy gets his ass beat. I was like, let's go.
throw a stick in the smoke. The guy's just like, oh.
But it was so funny, dude. We were in the crowd. It was like we were in the crowd, and there was these fucking two guys in front of us, and they were old. Like they were like fucking 40, 39.
Oh,
40.
they're not supposed to be in the gas
These
lamp, dog.
motherfuckers were tall though.
Wow.
They were super tall. I don't know if they like played basketball or some
Probably,
shit.
some shit like
but
that.
like he was so tall, and this chick comes walking by, and she has no bullshit. Like probably the fattest tits I've ever seen in my life. And they weren't like just fat, nasty ass titties. She was like a big girl, and she had just. I mean, they're not even a. There's probably not even a
Some
fucking
fucking-
letter to describe.
Some
Like
cracker stackers, dude.
bigger than Jay, bigger than.
Oh my God.
I mean, they were like 40-pound titties,
Jesus.
30-pound titties, and formed like a titty, not like
Yeah.
just some horrible,
Like a Snoopy
not
snout.
some horrible thing. It was like nice, and the tall guy had like the best view. And he's like, she walks by, and me and Oscar are like, shit this shit out. And she walks by, and the guy is just like. And then we all look at each other like the two old guys and me and Oscar, and I was just like, "Yo, damn!" I was like, "John, do you guys see
Yeah.
that shit?" He's like, "Yeah." I was
Pepperoni or salami, dog.
I was
He's
like-
salamis, dude.
and then it was just the milkers jokes came out and like all this shit. We were having a good time. It was cool just hanging out with random people. in the
no,
line.
for sure, dude. That's
I was
so
like,
fucking funny, dude.
hey, I don't think your titties are big enough. Like, it was just like so stupid.
Dude, that's so fun, dude.
We were all having a funny. It was cool to go somewhere and do something.
No, for sure.
Which kind of bums me out because like last night I wanted to go to Tong's like mini golf thing, and it was like everything was
Lining up to stop you from going. Dude.
everything was against me, dude.
Yeah.
It was like on Friday, my mom's been planning this like Bates Nut Farm yard sale thing for like months. And then she got sick, and we were all like, "Oh, thank God! Like, no one has to do anything about this shit." And then on Friday at like 3:00, I wasn't even off work yet. She's like, "Come to the house right now. Like, I need you to go claim my booth at fucking Bates Nut Farm and shit. And I was like, are you fucking kidding? She has her van just full of junk. And we had to like empty it out, fill it up with some things, and go claim these booths at this fucking garage sale. And me and Aubrey are like the people. Riley was supposed to help us, and he just wasn't. I mean, come on, you know.
Yeah.
You
thought it was the day before or something?
Nah, he was just like, I can't do anything. I was like, I haven't even been like at work all day. I'm just like talking to him. But
he's like, I gotta go with Five Guys though.
yeah, he's like, yeah, exactly.
I'm
Five
out,
Guys,
dude.
fucking videos and shit. No, but so and we were sitting out by the pool, and we're like, so like, I could do 25 because the spots were 25 each, and she got 3 of them. So like, no one else got 3 fucking booths. Like, she has so much shit. She was like, I'm gonna sell 3 booths worth of shit.
Holy shit!
And
$25 a booth.
it's probably the cheapest booth.
That's actually kind of cool.
It's a good deal. For that, I know like a lot of things like that are like $150.
Yeah,
so
dude.
$25.
That's a good deal.
I know.
How was the turnout too?
Oh, there's a fucking ton of people there.
Fuck, that's pretty sick.
So on Saturday, we didn't take anything there on Friday because we didn't have any time to like. We just dropped off a couch in one booth. We dropped off a dresser in another booth, and we put chairs at the corners to like stake it. Like, this is us. And then the people next to us had one booth, and there was 3 booths in a row, and we were like, we're not going to be able to fill out all 3. So I was like, hey, you guys can have this booth next to us. You can have this booth. And they're like, really? We're like, yeah. Like, you're good. You got extra room. We're like, thanks. So they were cool. And so we're like, let's just get enough stuff to fill this out. And we went home and we worked on it, bro. It was like sundown when we got back to the house, and we just went through all the little shitty spots. My mom's been hoarding shit forever. She gets this stuff.
Is it just furniture or is it a
to
bunch
do
of
stuff?
shit?
Like, it was like a dresser, and she got so pissed off because we sold the dresser for like. I didn't know how much it cost. That's the thing. No one told us shit. This shit was just
go
scrub.
sell my stuff. You have no
And then
idea.
if I
what
was
it's
like,
worth.
look, man, I don't really want to do this, she would have just freaked out. And I was like, I don't want to give her a heart attack. She's like trying to survive this like
But instead you almost killed her, like,
pneumonia-induced like
selling that dresser for like $1.25.
bro, dude, no, it was, and we'll get there. We'll get there. I mean, it's freaking wild, bro. So we just we start getting shit, and we start loading because the thing is that we had to. They let vendors in the morning,
Okay.
to get shit set up again, from 5:30 in the morning till 7:15.
That's like no time.
And then you have to move your vehicles. And then at 7:30 is when the thing started.
Holy
So
shit.
I was up on Saturday morning at like 5 in the morning. I like took a shower, got ready. My sister showed up, she took a shower, and then we just went down there and we started setting, and we just unloaded the van.
As best you could.
Set
really.
up like tables. She had 2 tables and a canopy. She brought the wrong canopy. It had the tears in it, and we're like, fuck. I guess they put the good canopy in the shitty bag and the shitty canopy in the good bag.
Oh,
So it was
no.
just like a
The
trick.
biggest mind fuck. Dude.
Yeah, and it was like, what the fuck? So like, we didn't have a canopy at first. We had to set it up later, and like, we just unload this fucking. My mom has this panel, this like child molestation van that's huge. It's like as big as his living room. It's insane. It's like literally the biggest van you can possibly get, and it's just this like big fucking long white panel van. You're like, okay, it's just
Holds,
full
like,
of shit.
10 kids,
We just
dude.
unload it. Yeah, I mean, we just unload it onto this grass, and we have like 10 minutes to like shape it up and like do it before
Make it
people.
look nice.
And I'm like, dude, we're fucked. This is chaos. But like the night before, me and my sister were like, we were grabbing stuff, and I was like, let's just like try to have this be a success. Like, if we're already gonna have to do this, like, let's not go into it with like a shitty ass attitude. Like, let's just like try to be.
As best as you can.
Let's just try our best and see what happens. And honestly, like, we were just hustling, like putting shit table. We're just getting random blankets and throwing it on top of the tables, and just first we're like, just get everything on the table and get them out of boxes, and then put a blanket on the
organize
grass
after.
and threw shit on the grass. And then once there was a little bit of time, we're like, things that are similar, like real life things, like these propane tanks can go with this, like, you know, feeding troughs for animals, and like other stuff that like is outside and it's
Yeah.
practical. And then you got all this like stupid glass like vases, like put all those together, and then put all these like tea bullshit things and cups and shit over here, and put all this clothes over here, and it was like crazy. And it was wild because like for whatever reason, like people liked our shit, and I was like, dude, cause
Mom knows what to
but we
get,
had
right?
like we had the pick of the litter though, because we
You
were
have the
like
best spread, dude.
we were going through like literally like 3 garages full of shit and just picking stuff that were like this could
This
probably
is gonna
sell,
be-
this
yeah.
could sell, that could sell. We were leaving behind the stuff that were like no one wants to buy this.
No.
No one fucking cares. And then my mom has this random box that she bought from someone. She gave him $90 for this box of Ninja Stars throwing knives and like unmade like steel knives, like weird random shit.
That's so cool, though.
And she paid him $90 for it up front. I'm like, Mom, all this shit is illegal. Like, you can't even like sell this like on eBay in California or anything. And she's just like, oh fuck, we'll sell it at the garage sale. And so we had this box, and I'm not even trying to be fucked up or like racist or anything, but every Asian person that came by bought at least 2 Ninja Stars. And they were real Ninja Stars.
I believe it, bro.
I was like, where the fuck did you even get these things?
That's sick.
They were 6 points. They were sharp as fuck, and they were heavy, like a good weight. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, 2 for 5, 2 for 5. And she has like 70 of them.
That's
and
so badass, dude.
There was just like some, like every Asian person walked by, I was all like, throw stars, dog. They're like, what? I was like,
Mine's worn out, dog.
he's like, fuck. There was like some chick, there was some old white lady. He's like, I just went to an axe throwing thing, and it was the coolest thing I've ever done. She's like, I'm gonna buy a bunch of these.
Yeah, you're like, oh, Ninja Star.
dude, it was so fucking crazy. She's like, can I get your number so I can buy more of these if my son likes them? I'm like, dude, what is happening right now?
If you buy 10 right now, you can throw one.
And then my
at me.
mom got these like a random like box of like Spawn toys.
What?
Yeah, and I was like, fuck it, like. And then some guy came by, like, he's like, dude, how much for this box of toys? I was like, take the whole thing for like fucking $10 or whatever. He's like, okay, cool. He's all happy. You got any more shit? I was like, I got a bunch of figurines. He's like, take some pictures, let me know, I might buy them from you. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I don't know, fucking. But it was wild. And then some guy stole my credit card. Did I ever tell you about this?
No.
My credit card information got like hacked somehow.
The old napkin trick where they like rub the fucking numbers on the fucking
I don't
thing.
know, maybe. I don't know.
Fuck,
But
bro.
it was compromised, and someone in New York bought like some Nikes and all this shit.
What the fuck?
But it was crazy because it's it somehow got sent to like my house.
The Nikes?
Yeah, so then I sold them there for like fucking. It was fucking crazy, bro. And one guy like bought them all. He's all like, "How much for these Air Force Ones, bro?" I was all like, "I mean, they're like brand new." He's like, "How much, bro?" I was like, everyone wanted to buy them. As soon as that kid saw them, like everyone saw them. There was like a crowd to buy them, and I was like, "Calm down, calm down." I was like, "These are my size too." I was like, "I might want to keep one of these." It was like it was just fun, dude. We were fucking around.
Battle me. You're like,
Yeah, I was-
dance. You're like,
Did the fucking
The birdwalk.
the birdwalk gods fucking. Oh, you!
like,
It was so fucking crazy. Bro.
that's so fucking badass.
But and then we
man.
just sold fucking shit. There's like, remember that? I don't know if you went to the house when there was a random trampoline like leaning like next to the garage arcade.
I think I do remember
There was like
that.
this random trampoline. No one knows who trampoline that was. My mom said she didn't get it. No one knows who it is. It just showed up at the house.
That's
and then
so
we
cool.
sold that. We like we sold like everything, bro. My mom was like, take all Dad's shirts out of the closet. He's never looked at them in like 50 years. I was like, all right, fine. And we were just selling everything for like $1. And it was actually really fun. Like, I wouldn't ever do it again, even with like a gun to my head. But at that moment, in that like shitty situation, like trying to be cool, like
I might
trying to
look
do a
at. When do they
solid.
do it? Do they do it
it's like
often?
once a year, bro.
Fuck.
Maybe twice a year.
That's so sick.
But it was sick. I know we could do like any little random figurine.
Because I have all those fucking dude. Me and Megan used to resell. I have Spawn toys. I have a bunch of shit, bro. Just in that closet. That'd be fucking dope, dude.
We'll do it sometime because I have a bunch of shit too.
That'd be fun, bro. That arcade stick that I have, that double arcade stick.
Don't
like,
sell that.
No. I'm just saying, like, I just find cool shit.
I'll buy
all
that
the
from you.
time, dude.
Don't sell that thing.
Okay.
That thing's sick.
That thing's dope as
That
fuck.
thing's sick. No, that's like one of the coolest arcade sticks of all time. It like you can just bolt on like a real arcade panel to it.
Fuck yeah.
It's fucking sick. Like
That's
that
so
2-player one,
badass.
you can just make it like a 1-player one.
That's badass as fuck, dude.
Yeah, it's like I was looking into it. I was like, yo, this takes like any type of like golden age like Japanese arcade panel like Blast City versus City.
Chris
fucking-
Harn found, I don't know what arcade panel it came from, but it had connections to Dreamcast controllers on it.
Oh, that's actually for that's for a memory card.
Okay.
That you can bring.
That's of a Dreamcast memory card?
Yeah, there's yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So there were Dreamcast was Naomi
Okay.
I have a Naomi motherboard now. I'm trying to get a CVS 2 or Marvel 2 or some kind of game for it. It's just hard to find those games without having to pay like an arm or leg or buy something that's clearly like. I've talked to Chris Hong about this. He's all like, "There's all these ads on like eBay for these games, and like they come from Japan, and like they're just sketch." He's like, "You buy it, and they like frantically look through all the Japanese stores to find it." And a lot of times they'll refund you your money if they can't find it for a good enough price.
Damn.
He's like they're not real. He's like they're fake. Sometimes they work, but sometimes they don't. And I'm like, the only CVS 2 that's on eBay right now is one of those, and I'm just like,
yeah.
I don't want to take the chance of being like, we'll refund you your money, we couldn't find it, or get some stupid shit to happen to me.
I feel you.
I don't want
I feel you.
If I saw one like American seller selling it plus a security chip or whatever, I would be down. But I might start trolling Facebook groups for it.
That's probably a good idea, actually.
So the Dreamcast and the Naomi's like the same thing. Like, there were carts, but they also made like a CD-ROM that would plug into the cart area.
Damn.
And then you could use like an MVC2 arcade disc.
That's fucking
Or
badass.
CVS2 disc. And it was all built, like the games were tested and built on the same platform. So like, they made some games for Naomi that would let you have a plug-in for a Dreamcast controller with your memory card.
That's
and
so
you could plug it in
sick.
and play the game at the arcade or whatever.
What the
With your
fuck?
save file and shit. It was sick as fuck.
That's fucking cool.
It was
dude.
sick as
Holy
fuck. Yeah, it was
shit,
really sick.
man.
I don't know if it was like Zombie Revenge or whatever fucking game it
Yeah.
was. It was some random games.
I think so.
But-
It's a beat up panel, but he had it shipped to work and he showed it to me, and I was like, "That's fucking sick, dude."
Those things are really cool.
Damn,
They have like a
dude.
little flip up thing and you plug in a fucking Dreamcast controller. Yeah.
That's so
It's fucking sick. It's sick
dude.
as fuck, for sure.
Interesting, dude. I didn't even know they did shit like that, man.
Yeah, it's cool for sure. It's cool. But like
I was talking to him about doing an arcade too.
we could sell some shit. I have some bullshit that I could
That'd be
sell.
fun, bro.
That'd be cool. I'm down to do it actually, 100%.
Oh fuck yeah, bro!
We'll
See,
do it.
look at that.
We'll
dude.
make it happen. Me and Phil, the homie Phil, not Triox, but does
Triox,
he have a no, that's Triox. Does he have a gamer tag or is it just Phil?
the homie Phil, dude.
Either way, he plays Urian and Street Fighter 5. He's cool. And we went up to LA to sell like One Piece figures and like Berserk figures and shit at some like anime thing where we got a
What?
booth. Yeah, we got a booth and sold, and no one was selling shit except for us. It was like the funniest
That's
shit
sick.
because I had all these One Piece little baby figures I was just selling for $1. And so people would be like, "Oh, look, it's Josu. He's like my favorite." I'd be like, "You should have said that. Now it's $2, kid." Everyone else is like, "What's this? $1? Okay, cool." This guy's like, "I really like this." I'm like, "It's 100% more than it would have been." You know what I mean? It's like you don't.
I'm not leaving without this.
Don't
thing.
ever
I know,
have any
I
excitement.
know.
Just walk in like a fucking just.
It's funny because me and Megan got really into reselling, and everyone makes that mistake once. You like
Get
go
too
to an
excited.
estate sale, and you're like, I would pay any amount of money for that thing.
I don't care how much it's
yeah, they're just like,
my wallet's bottomless today, and they're just like $100.
and they would have given it to you for $1.
Oh,
You
it would
just
have been like
don't
a
even know.
yeah. It's like you're
oh,
so stupid.
God, dude.
So it was wild, man. We sold a lot of. She sold a lot of her kids' clothes, like random kids'
Fuck
clothes.
yeah, dude.
I mean, just tons. We made like $500 or something.
I believe it,
I was
bro.
like laughing my ass off. But we sold this dresser. My mom got so fucking mad at me. So my mom, Aubrey called and like she didn't pick up, and then she just sold the dresser for like
$50 or
dude,
something.
it was 40. It was like an antique
No,
dresser
hell
with
yeah.
a mirror and everything.
Some of those things can run. Dude.
Oh, bro, I know. And then, well, there was a lot of fuck ups. There were so many fuck ups on
You
it.
guys didn't know.
Well,
Like, on the dresser, you mean?
she didn't tell her shit.
No, you have to let people know.
We're like, so how much do you want to sell this? She's like, I'm like,
Friday Night Lights, go back.
yeah, I like look at the TV, it's just like this shaky camera of like these fucking pretty girls. I'm like, okay, like, I get it. He's jacking off, right?
busy.
It's like a fucking creeper. He's shaking because he's like,
He's like frothing at the lips, dude. He's like,
it's like a fucking slasher movie with a stick in his hand. That's why the camera's so shaky. I was like, oh, freaking out. No,
oh, fuck, dude.
no, but she didn't tell us shit. And then we went there, and she's like, just go there and do it. I don't care. Just do it. She's just screaming at us. I'm like, all right, whatever. I don't want to be the like shitty son and be like, oh, I'm not gonna do this, and then he's just like, beep, like flatlining. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. Like, so I did.
I love you.
And we, man, it was fucking crazy, bro.
That's so badass.
It was wild though. Me and my sister were like, okay, we're doing
Yeah.
shit, and she had these, dude. This was the one thing where I was just like, this shit she bought this like 10 years ago. It was like she bought it from some random place, and she paid like $100 for like 8 or 9 cast iron weird like Afro-Americana.
Oh shit!
Those like penny banks where like the little kids are eating watermelon and like their fucking like lips are all painted red, and it's like the most racist shit.
It is, but that shit.
And then there's like the one where the guy's got he put the little thing and he puts the penny in his mouth, and like his eyes like roll back, and he's got these huge ears.
That's
And like
sick.
you're like, this shit's like racist as fuck. And I was like, there was like weird like really kind of like there was like very interested white people, like white men who are all tatted up, and I'm like, don't sell it to that guy. I was like,
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
That guy wants it for all the wrong
We
reasons.
don't want our customers to see us selling something.
No, it's like, yeah, he wants it to like sit there and like shoot it with a Nerf gun. I was like, Jesus Christ, but
I set off my property. You're like, oh,
yeah,
God,
he's like
dude.
just role playing with it. He's like, I mean, I don't know.
I
but-
told you, daughter, if you ever brought one of these home, yeah, you're like, oh God, yeah.
But it was like, I was like, be serious. Like, there was little bottle openers where like, it was so fucking, they're so bad, bro. It's like you put the cap in their mouth and go like that, and they got these like buck teeth. I swear to God, I'm not even fucking joking. And these people came and dude, the fucking pros were there early.
Oh yeah.
There were these old people that showed up within 5 minutes, and they were like, how much? And I was like, Aubrey, I was like, you'll sell these things like for like $40 a pop. For the bottle openers, like 25. And they're expensive if you go on eBay, but of course those are
for
people
sure.
looking for them.
The whole thing is they're going to these cells to try to buy something lower cost so they can resell it on
Yeah,
eBay.
it was straight picker people.
It's the
and
best.
but she sold like 90% of her shit to one old lady for like, I don't know, 100 and something. And I was like,
fuck.
and then she sold like 70 to some other guy. And it was funny because there was this, it was this is what I knew was going to be fun, because we just got it all set up and like people were instantly going to that shit. And she had all these like weird races, like Afro-Americana pieces like made out of cast iron. And then there was this one like weird, like it was like a goat head bottle opener, but it was old. And it was like painted red and it was all crazy. And someone's like, is this like satanic or something? And I was all like, I don't know. I was just like, if you're into that shit, it is. I was like, if not, it's just a fucking goat head, dude. Like, and she was just like looking at me like I was crazy. And then she like looked. There was like a 10 Commandments thing there, like for sale. I was like, $8, bitch. Like, let's go. Like, fucking.
That can be satanic, dude.
Buy it all, dude. I was like, it was so stupid, but
Oh shit.
I mean, I think she has one piece left. I think she can sell on eBay for probably $100.
Probably.
And then she paid $90 for it like 10 years ago, and I think she got like 200-ish for it there,
Fuck,
without
dog.
the main one piece.
Oh, okay.
So I think that
piece.
piece could sell for like another 100 maybe.
Easy.
That's the one where they put the penny in their mouth and their eyes go, and their ears going.
That's so cool,
There's like a little
dude.
leopard in the back, and he's going. It's really, it's bad.
Kinda scary
You
a
look
little
at it
bit.
and you're just like, this is
no.
like a nightmarish look into what like 1930s like American
Yeah,
piggy
what we
banks
really
were.
thought
I was
of and shit,
Jesus
like, yeah.
Christ. I mean,
That's terrible.
It's bad, bro.
Sometimes you dive into history and you're like, wow, like this.
Yeah,
this
I mean it's interesting though. It's
It
like
is.
it's a period piece.
it
for
is
sure.
for sure. Dude,
And-
that's bad.
But there was just there was like 2 guys that wanted to get in. I was like, don't sell it to that.
They're like, can I buy that? You're like, sell me. Why should I sell to you?
I was like,
dog?
no. I was like, it's not for sale. They're
Yeah.
like, what? I was like, it's already sold. Someone bought it. They're calling back to pick it up. I was like, we don't
That's
want
so
your
good,
kind
dude.
around here.
Yeah,
goddamn
get
it.
out of here, dude. No, that's fucking real.
You know what I
dude.
mean?
No,
Like,
fuck yeah, dude.
I was like, you're a little
Dude, that's so badass,
I
though,
don't like
man.
that you want to buy that thing.
Yeah, I don't think
you
I
have
like you, dude. Yeah.
nefarious purposes with it. I don't know what you're fucking scheming.
You should have had
with.
your Yu-Gi-Oh cards be like, duel me, bitch. Like,
I'm a burn deck.
Yeah, you're just
I just flip over Ojama Trio. They're like, "What's that?" I'm like, "You're dead."
yeah.
Chamber.
Lost,
Boom,
dude.
boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it's so sick. Those cards. And then I had the actual Ojama Trio cards too. I had like the tokens, and I'd make them have it on their feet. It was so sick. Just desserts. Chain burn. What's it called? They're like, "Oh, Yugi."
Yeah,
I'm like,
you're like in the Shadow Realm,
the
dude. You're
pyramid
like,
eye.
yeah.
I'm like, okay. Yugi
Oh, fuck,
talked so
dude.
tough for being a little bitch.
Yeah, he did.
He was
dude.
like 4'4", and he had the voice of the most
when
grown-ass
the,
man.
well, when the Pharaoh would take over, like when he'd get possessed by the Pharaoh, he'd just like turn from this like, "Hey Joey," to like, "Hey guys," they're like, "Holy shit!"
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah, when the fucking pyramid like
He always
was like,
sounded very.
"Yeah," and he'd like turn into the fucking Yugi, dude. I don't know what the Pharaoh's name was actually. I'm like a fucking idiot, dude. I'm
Yeah.
sure he had a name and shit. I'm just like,
Yeah.
didn't
Well.
give a fuck, dude.
Either way, that was the greatest show.
Either way, oh fucking shit, dude.
It was such a good.
That made me spend so much money on Yu-Gi-Oh!
There was
cards,
one
dude.
actual game for Game Boy Advance that was actually just Yu-Gi-Oh! The game.
I remember
It,
that.
it was like a card. It was the trading card game Yu-Gi-Oh!
It was
game.
like the Pokemon version one.
and
right?
you
remember that one, the Pokemon trading card game?
maybe.
It was just straight a TCG fucking
Yeah.
Game Boy game.
And you could put there was a little code at the bottom of the card, and
Yeah,
you could
yeah,
put
yeah.
the thing in the game,
so
and it would pop up.
fucking badass.
It was I'd sit there at the ranch for like all night long. There's no like I'd have a Game Boy charged,
yeah.
and at night I would try to beat the like final boss of that game, and it was so fucking hard I could never do it.
That's so badass.
and I was
bro.
just like, this is so sick. But either way, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, so
Rock.
Tong's fucking mini
Yep.
potluck thing. I could not make it to. So that happened, and then I was there till like I got done. We went, and then my mom, dude, I don't even want. Yeah, this part. Either way,
I'm sorry if I just.
we were done at like I know I took the the splatter filter off, and then Brandon's just
Not
like
just like gleeking all over Rico. Just like,
yeah. But either way,
oh shit.
pop filter. But and then afterwards, like they're like, oh, the generator's out of diesel in the Rincon. Like, oh, I gotta go run diesel. And then I fill
Holy
up the truck
shit.
full of diesel, and I drive down there, and someone had already called and had it filled up.
No fucking way.
So then I had to like, and then that diesel tank in the back of the truck like leaks like a little bit. It's like a pin leak. So I have to like turn it on, get it all set up. Choco is like losing her fucking mind because she trapped a squirrel in like some rocks, and like it's got a pin. And there's like a little hole on the other side, and I got like a PVC pipe trying to like beat it out so that like Choco can grab it and just kill it. And I'm like, it's just not working. And I go in there to grab it, and like I keep grabbing hair, but like I can't get like a leg. If I would have grabbed a foot, dude, that son of a bitch was gonna get ripped out of there. And Choco was gonna just like
Have a good night, dude.
she was gonna bask in the glory of like athletic greatness for like 5 minutes. Even though she didn't do anything, she'd still rip it to pieces and like flex. And I was just like, oh well. Like
Well, I tried.
it didn't work. It ended up like digging itself deeper in there, and like I could see its little face. Like, and I could have just jabbed it in the head and killed it, but we wouldn't have been able to get it out. So I was like, I'm not gonna be an asshole. I was like, you win this time. The whole time I could have killed it with that PVC pipe because it was kind of hiding in these like little, and I could have just been like, boom, and just like murked it. But I was like, Choco
just
needs to
like-
do some of the work.
Yeah.
Doesn't she? Like, I was like, are you gonna give you any freebies in this life, kid? She was like on her like upside down, like trying to bite, just like eating dirt. And then the whole time she was just like on the way back, she was just like coughing up these like loogies full of like it was like lapping compound, dude. I'd like grab it and like grate it with my fingers, and it was just like it was just dirt and saliva.
Wow,
She was just like all dirty, and I was like, you fucking poor bastard. She tried so hard. Either way, I was there till like 7:45, and then I had to go empty out that gas back into the thing I got the gas from, and then I was just spilling it all over the place. It was a fucking mess, bro. So I was busy all day, and I wasn't able to go.
What did they just went to a mini golf thing, or did you set it up in his backyard or something?
No, it was the Boomers, and
Oh, okay,
and,
okay.
I wanted to go.
No, that's
I
fine.
was
dude.
tired. It would have been hard for me to pull it off, but I would have gone. But I just, oh well, should happen.
It'll be next time, dude.
You know, if that thing wouldn't have happened in the morning, I still would have maybe like trekked out there late.
Definitely.
But it was like I've been up since 5 in the
oh,
morning.
bro, it's done, dude.
And then
Yeah.
I had to get called into work. I was just like, God doesn't want me to go out there, dude. If there's a God, like, it's like, don't go, dude. You won't make it. I'm like,
I gotta listen, dude. Yeah.
you gotta hear the sounds of the fucking the universe. It's like all against me. My mom always be like, never take no for an. Like, if shit's not going your way, like, make it happen. And then remember one time she was like, maybe, like, because she'd have this like insane thing where like they'd be like, oh no, you can't do this, and she would just like go above and beyond to like make sure it would happen. Like, we have to do it. We'll take another flight. We'll like go there by car. We'll rent a car.
Respectable, but fuck,
yeah.
man.
But then I think one day she realized like maybe all this shit is like actually a sign to like not do it. And
Yeah.
instead, I'm like fucking like
going against
whatever.
It's like
the universe is like clearly
it's like
like
Final Destination, dude. That wants you to die, and you like stop dying, like you escape death, and then now you're just like fucked the universe, dude.
yeah.
Like,
When she was like 65 years old, she was like, maybe I shouldn't always go full retard. I'm like, yeah, maybe not.
that's it's a respectable thing, but at the same time, I'm the same way you are. It's like if it's in my future, it's gonna happen.
It's good to have that gear,
Definitely,
but I don't think you always need to be
just shift into it, dude.
redlining,
Yeah.
just like, because that's a gear where like you have to be gunning it, you know.
Definitely. No,
And
I
then
feel
it's
that.
like, do you want to live your life like just? I mean, we eat gas station food, dude. It's like we can't be fucking. I mean, we're gas station food people, dude.
You know what, dog? That's a fucking
Like,
life, though,
that-
dude.
that's
You know?
a-
leave
that's a-
somewhere 30 minutes early, hit a gas station, get a taquito. so you're not
65.
late,
You're
dude.
like in the 1 percentile of like people still alive, like operating in that fucking gear, bro.
yeah, man,
like
that's a dangerous life.
65
right there,
years
dude.
old, dude. Like,
You know, sometimes I think about truckers, and I'm like, how are they alive? Like, you
I
know,
know, they're
how
not.
much gas station food they must eat.
they
and
eat
shit.
gas station food. They have like a sedentary lifestyle. Like every 12 hours, they'll get up and like unpack this truck all crazy, but then they're just sitting on their ass again for like another. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy. Bro.
And then that's why they just get so big and just.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And they're usually not the smartest people in the world.
No.
I've had some interactions with some truck drivers, like where they like are unloading. They'll bring like a truckload full of molasses to the ranch or something, and like they'll just do something stupid. And
Just
I'm watching.
fuck up.
I'm like, if you could test their IQ, it'd
Oh,
be like it'd be bad.
I believe it. I believe it.
They'd probably get like black bag by like the government to like do studies on like if they're the missing link or not, because like these fucking people like are virtually brain dead. I mean, like I've seen them just like do the stupidest shit. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Fucking lot lizards, dude.
Yeah, they're looking for strange. He's like, there any girls around here? I'm like, we're in the middle of nowhere, dude. He's all like, that's where the best ones are. That's where the lizards come out. I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, I'm gonna catch me a
They're
blue
just like-
belly tonight,
They're
dude.
like chewing tobacco, but they're just not spitting. I'm like, are you swallowing
Yeah.
that shit? They're like, I always
Yeah.
swallow my tobacco. You're like, oh my god.
Gotta get my money's worth, right?
You're like, you're wasting it if you spit it out. You're like, Jesus fucking Christ. You're a savage.
Oh shit, dude.
You're a modern day savage.
That's a double buzz right there, boy. You're like, holy shit, man.
What did you double buzz?
A double buzz, bro. You get the buzz in the lip, you swallow it, you get the second buzz, bro.
Oh, a double buzz. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean,
Oh, fuck chewing tobacco, dude. That shit's fucking nasty.
remember Manny Hernandez used to chew
Oh,
and
yeah,
just
dude.
throw up? He had like one drop going like, just projectile vomiting like
I saw my
everywhere.
brother go straight white eating that shit before, dude. Like, it'll fuck you up sometimes, dude. Yeah, because you think you're like, well, I smoke cigarettes, yeah, I'm a fucking badass. Like, give me a dip, dude. Then you're just fucking puking your brains out and shit. I'm like, no.
You like
way, dude.
accidentally like pretend to swallow a little bit and you're just like it'll turn like the fucking strongest so strong
fuck,
like
dude.
fucking puking children. Just cry puking water.
Yeah, fuck all that shit, dude. I ain't fucking with that, dude.
Yeah, no, fuck that. That's nasty. But either way, yeah, kind of bummer. I hope it sucked. I hope it bombed because I didn't get to go. I hope it was just like the worst.
I hope everyone didn't fucking play right, dude.
I hope
Everyone was
like
all fucked
yeah,
up.
everyone was like putting like just a horrible fucking handicap, like just something just like the best person was like 12 over.
It's so funny. One of the first dates me and Megan went on, we went to a mini putt, and I like almost lost my shit on her, dude.
Because she just sucked ass. Or
I was playing good. I was playing really good, and she like intentionally fucked up one of my shots, like, you know, trying to be like cute and shit. I was like, wrong person, dude. I was like so pissed off. I was like,
Hell
what
yeah.
the fuck, dude? But it was funny, dude. Afterwards, I laughed about it, but I was just like, what the fuck? You know, it's just like, that was almost a perfect game, dude. Yeah, like, what are you doing? She's like,
Trying to go cute, like,
yeah, she's like, oops. Yeah, like, it was funny, dude. Now I think about it, I'm like, but at the time, I
Put
was
it
just
back,
like,
you
I was
fucking
like,
dumb bitch.
play the cameras back. I was like, yo, fucking find out where that ball was. I was like freaking out. I was like, no, we're gonna start it again. We're gonna start it again. I'm like
I
screaming.
remember
and shit.
when I've only been to that Boomers that they were gonna do that at one time, and it was like me and Oscar were like in San Diego for some reason, and we're like, let's just go to this Boomers,
Fuck yeah.
like random as fuck, and like, cause we were just in the area, and I was like, you want to go to Boomers? And she's like, fuck it, why not? And like, we went and we did the go karts.
Oh
like
my god.
And in the very beginning, like her and some little fucking dumb little kid like colluded to like spin me out.
Oh no.
And I was like legit turned around like in a thing, and the guy had to like get me out, and they were all going, "Whoa," and I had, man, as soon as it started, I was like, I got a good fucking car. Man, my fucking go kart was fat. You know how sometimes you get in them and you push the gas and it's just like,
yeah.
and then sometimes it's like,
It's got some fucking.
and they're like,
kick,
okay.
dude.
It had like a responsive fucking throttle body and shit. I was like, all right, it was like cleaned out, man. I was like, let's go.
Fucking Ricky Bobby.
So I was like, there's no way I'm losing to this, to any of these people. I'm just going to smoke them all. And I get spun out, and I'm in the guardrail, and I'm like, the guy has to like turn me around, and I get going, and like they're almost about to like lap me, but I like take off, and it was just so, dude, it was like one of the most epic shit. In my head, I was like,
Tokyo Drift. Or
I was like, I'm
whatever,
gonna kill that kid and I'm gonna beat Oscar. I was like, I'm gonna do it. I was like, I got this shit. And I'm just, I have this technique that like I usually keep it secret, but like if you slow down on the go karts, like you never get your like, you never get that momentum back. It takes a long time to build momentum.
So you
if
just
you
hit
take
that.
your foot off the gas or if you brake, like it just fucks up your whole deal. So like the way I try to do it is to slow down while having my gas like pressed all the way. So I like tap the guardrail. I'll like tap it in between a turn before I go into it, so like it slows me down a little bit, but my engine's still run. Like it like it's almost like a cheat. Like you boost out of the turns like full clip.
Yeah.
So like I'm doing this the whole way, bro. I'm like I'm gonna win this shit, and like I'm finally catching up to them. And I see them like looking backwards. The kid, I just like put him into a rail. Like he like car explodes. I'm like, you're dead, bitch. Like bye. And then Oscar's like,
You're like, brrr.
right before, you know how like at the end it goes like, and like you have to just ride in slow.
Yeah.
I pass like Oscar and like a couple other people, and then it goes.
That's
and then
so badass.
We ride in, and the whole time I can see her just like squirming in her seat, like just dick dastardly
Just
status,
pissed off
dude.
and
Just some
shit.
wacky racist villain shit. Like, no, I was like, that's what you get for fucking with me. It was
Yeah.
so funny, dude.
That's so badass, bro.
Yeah, and I remember because I was like, should I just like let her win? I was like, that's not like that's like the, you know, in games, like never let someone win. If you
No.
have a kid, don't ever let them win anything. Just always fuck them
Body
up,
them.
body them,
All day.
and that will make them be. They'll understand what it feels like to get fucked up.
Yeah.
You have to know that feeling.
It's the same thing we were talking about with like getting an animal when you're young and like experiencing death at a young age. Sometimes you need to lose to know how to win. You know what I mean? Like it's a terrible thing, but it's like the quicker you learn that you need to learn from your mistakes to get better. You know what I mean? It's like the better it is. Yeah, people do it all the time. They're always like letting their kid win at a game or something. You're like, dude, no, bro. No.
I heard this the other day, an argument, and it was interesting, but it was like, there's not a lot of places in this day and age where you can like instill virtues into people, but like sports is one of those ways. Like, like being on a baseball team, like you learn how to win and be like humble. You learn how to lose and like
Gracefully.
yeah, you learn how to rely on others. You learn how to like carry your weight and like be like a you know what I mean?
Team player.
Like
kinda.
it like it can like instill virtues in people. Like compared to someone that doesn't have any,
Yeah.
they're just They go home, their parents like ignore them. They just like go on the internet and like
troll YouTube for hours.
just like watch the like Columbine videos, and there's like one day you know what I mean? Like they just like
my name in this world.
you know what I mean? Like it's it's like Jesus Christ. It's like oh my god, like
no, I feel that. I feel that.
And I wish I was listening to that and I was like, is there any way this could like be like in line with like some FGC thing? And I tried for like an hour and I was like, no, it's probably the opposite. Like
esports.
It will absolutely instill like I guess the exact opposite would be like TCGs. It's like it will like turn you into like the worst human being possible. Like you'll cheat, you'll like mark your cards, you'll top deck. You know what I mean? Like
it breeds the worst, bro.
But then, like competitive fighting games is like almost close to like being able, but there's more of like talk. It's not the same.
You have to. I think in FGC you really have to like think about it to find that. You know what I mean? Like if on the surface,
it's not obvious. No, for sure.
On the surface, you couldn't really see it, but we've talked about it before, and just how much we've learned from fighting games, and like how you can relate that to real life about like practice and like you're gonna suck at anything at first, and you have to keep sucking to be good.
Yeah.
So it's like I've learned to like not be afraid to fail, I guess, is one thing.
Yeah, that's 100% true. Whatever you start doing, very rarely will you ever be like actually good at it. You might be better than the fucking guy next to you who's never done it before, but you're not gonna be better than like if you go golf, the first time you're gonna suck so much ass.
I almost killed Tim's dad.
It'll be scary how shitty you'll be. Yeah. Like it's like you're dangerous. You're
shitty.
You're dangerous.
Almost killing people. I was like,
or disc golfing.
Yeah.
Like I remember one time we went with some friends in the apartment, and Will Brown was there too, which is really funny. But the girl, was my friend, and then his girlfriend threw the disc. The one that's by San Pasquale that goes down the road, and it went way into the cars. And I was like, for a second, I was like, it's gonna get out. It's gonna go that way and then come out. Back. But it just
kept going.
But I was like, right when I released, I was like, no, it's good. And then I was like, no, it's not. It went way out, and then it comes back and just hits this person's windshield, and it just shatters. Not shatters, but it was spiderwebs it. And then we're all, and the poor girl, dude. I felt so bad. She was so mindfucked.
I didn't even want to come here.
She was mindfucked. She's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And the car pulled in, and she's like, the cover up. She's like, I'm freaking out. Like, oh my god. I was like, don't worry, calm down. It's all good. And then they went over there, and they had to like figure it out. Yeah, they gave him money to fix it. Instead of like the insurance thing would have been, I felt so stupid because it was just like, you guys want to go disc golfing? Come on, it's cheap. It's the cheapest thing. I was like, you can go golfing, but it costs like $85. Like,
it costs like $200 for a week.
Yeah, I was like, I was like,
that's the way it should be. Dude. That's the way it should be, bro.
Fucking bad. But like, and Will was just like. He was like, I was like, it's all good, dude. Don't worry about it. It was so funny.
Just didn't know how to say or like what to do. He's
like to us, like it was like, hey, it's all good. Like I wasn't like, I can't believe you did that.
Yeah,
like,
you're horrible.
I wasn't like shitting on anybody, but it was funny. I mean, we were all laughing.
When Josh got hit between the eyes, dude, we didn't laugh when it happened, but when we got into that car, dude, we were all laughing so hard because he was scared, bro. Someone just yells for, and instead of him ducking, he turned around to look. And it
went right here?
Yeah, bro. And it sliced him, dude. He had a fucking cut. He was bleeding, dude. Those things come at you fucking fast, bro.
They're brutal.
I'm surprised it didn't knock him out.
I had a dream that someone got hit in the temple and like,
oh fuck, that would have ended.
And it was scary. I had a fucked up dream, and it wasn't that long ago. It was like a week or two ago.
A fucking star, a champion.
I don't remember anything about it. All I remember is that happened in the dream.
Damn,
and I woke up and I was like, fuck, what the fuck? I was like, oh my god. I was like, real? It was realistic.
That's crazy.
I was like, god damn it, that was.
Yeah, I saw my brother got hit between the eyes, dude. It was the fucking funniest shit, dude.
I remember.
It was so
good.
We
went to Montiel one time, and you threw like your brand new like star, or like it was maybe a champion plastic.
Probably.
It was like, this ones are the invincible ones. You like, threw it like a pitbull, like jumped and grabbed it.
Oh yeah, like, I remember that.
Just fucked it
threw it right into the dog pit.
Yeah, and there was like the dog like caught it out of the air. And you're like, don't worry, it's
Like-
a champion.
Yeah.
It'll survive. And it came back and it was just like
In
fucking
tatters, dude. Yeah. Oh, that was the best shit, dude.
like some fucking like it was just.
I've done
fucked
so
up.
much shit like that too. I remember going to the Oceanside one. Do you remember that disc golf
Oh yeah, that
course?
was awesome.
That one was
I
cool
don't
because
think
it
it's
had
there
that
anymore.
lake. No, it's just a golf course now.
I know.
And I got a fucking.
You know how long ago that was?
No.
That we would go to that place,
Mm-mm.
dude. That was like 10 years ago.
It doesn't even feel like that long.
That was
bro.
so long ago.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, because that was like one of the only disc golf courses other than Morley Field.
Yeah.
It was before Montiel even maybe right when Montiel opened, but it was still that like natural raw shitty land.
Yeah.
It was like a fucking abandoned
That was the coolest though,
acre
right?
that
They just
the
put these-
city owned, and they were like, "What do we do with this?" Like it was such a bad flood zone
Mhm.
that they're like, "We can't build houses here." So like it was just like.
That's one of the
And then there was like,
coolest
oh, at the
things,
bottom we can put like
A
we
dog
can
park.
develop this into like something for the community. So they were like, well, at the bottom it's kind of flat, so we could have like a dog park and like a basketball court. We're like, what about the hill? It's just like
Dirt
just
mound.
fucking trash that people have been dumping there for like 25.
My brother and my
years.
next door neighbor used to ride dirt bikes back there. all
It
the
was a
time.
fucking shit show.
Yeah.
And then they were like, let's just make a disc golf park out of it. And like at first it was so shitty, but over time they kind of have
dialed it in, dude.
Yeah, man, it's nice.
It's a
now.
fun little course, dude.
It's nice. It's nice.
It's a good little exercise. I like walking up the hill. Like, I like it a lot, dude. And shout outs to fucking drunk people playing, dog, because you get to see some fuckery happen every
Oh,
once in a
dude.
while, dude.
That's
The
what-
guys that hit my brother, they're like holding like fucking beer cans and shit.
Shit,
Like, fuck, brother. Like,
I said 4.
yeah.
Maybe I should have said.
I said for logo, dog. Like, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
We're
dude.
having fun. This
Shout
is
out to
good.
disc golf though, dude. No, that's the coolest thing. I wish I could have seen someone fuck a window out, dude. That'd have been so fucking funny, dude.
It was a nice car.
I would have felt bad though.
It was a nice
I think I
car.
would have felt bad though too,
It was a nice.
because it's not.
And then she's kind of like the anxious type, so like it
Oh,
mind
yeah.
fucked her
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole day, and I was like, calm down. Like me, like I could kill someone with the disc, and I would just be like,
Yeah,
like
yeah, give your piece.
I would just like,
You're sleeping good tonight,
I would just be
dude.
like,
yeah.
let's say a few words.
Put
I
the
just, like,
quarters on her eyes. You're like,
I mean, come on. That's what I mean.
Shit,
That's
dude.
just me, but yeah.
no, I get that.
I could have
though.
killed a baby with a disc, and I'd just be like, I'm sorry, but I gotta.
I
Can you
gotta
get out of the way
move
now?
on,
I've
dude.
got to tee off.
Yeah,
or
I got
something.
one
Like,
more old dude. Yeah. That's so funny, dude.
Get out of the way.
Yeah.
Where were you on that one, shit? Happy Gilmore, you know what I'm talking about? Just let me know if I'm doing anything stupid. He's just like, what's his name's about to tee off, Mr. Gilmore? He's like, okay, go. And he's just, where were you on that one, dipshit? It's so good.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's a funny movie.
That's a good fucking movie, dude.
Yeah, old
Yeah,
Adam
we
Sandler.
were saying that, dog. Shout out to Adam Sandler and the whole crew, dude. They were some funny fucking guys, dude. Norm Macdonald, bro. Jesus Christ, that's
Go
so
full
funny.
circle, dude.
I know, dude.
Full circle. But yeah, it's hard to find something like that, and
It is.
you know, fighting games doesn't really do it. It's almost, you could find it in a way, but mostly it's not.
You already gotta know it.
It'll make you
kinda.
shitty. It'll like the most competitiveness you'll get. You'll be like punk and be crying after you lose a match and bitching about it and shit. I
Yeah.
don't even want to fucking like bring up that fucking.
And then get drunk and then like beat the best guy.
Beat
at
everybody
Guilty
up,
Gear,
okay.
dude. Yeah, and you're like, I was faded, dude. Yeah, he's like the best. Dude. Punk's the best guy, dude.
That is a good impersonation.
Yeah. Dude, he's so fucking funny. I don't know why. I think he's funny, dude.
Wouldn't that be great if that was like a thing that was possible, but it's not.
What?
Just, you know, like if playing games made you a better person.
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't.
You know
it makes you a
what?
piece of shit.
I think it's the people. It's the same thing. It's like you're only as good as the people you play with. It's the kind of same thing. You know what I mean? It's like if you're only playing with people that are like fucking doing fuckery and not really like, you know, like learning. Like you
Maybe we should play with a bunch of like woke activists so we can
and we'll
just
just
like
fucking grow up on it, dude.
we're gonna take away all your fucking freedoms and you're gonna like it, you fucking stupid bigots.
Yeah,
Like,
pretty
what?
much. Pretty much.
Maybe that'd make us better people.
But I think like I don't know. I always felt like our little crew when we first started was like it shaped me. You guys made me want to learn. You know what I mean? Like it takes a lot to want to learn.
That's the hardest part.
It takes a lot, and I think being around you guys, and I always felt that you guys were really, you had good heads on your shoulders, and you guys always fucking did the right thing. Like I don't know, you and Vincent. You can say whatever you want, but I always think that you guys were like...
We came a long way from stealing some kid's lunch and
you know what I'm saying?
Music appreciation class. Like,
yeah, but you guys weren't like...
I'd take like the Oreos out and like divvy them out between them.
You guys were real. Like the thing is like...
I'll tell you what. One time when we were little kids walking to go play basketball at North Broadway from Vincent's house, I had like a candy bar from 7-Eleven. I just like threw the wrapper on the ground and Vincent like made me feel like shit. Like picked it up. I was like, God damn.
See?
And then I was like, you know what? That's right. Why am I living? And then, you know, now all grown up all these years later, some guy sitting up front of the gas station smoking and just throws his cigarette on the ground. And I go and I put it in a trash can. And I accidentally burned the gas station to the ground because it like lights some paper on fire and just like turned me into an arsonist.
Trying to do the right thing. Now you're just a fucking arsonist.
Just like
dog,
what a fucking asshole. I go
yeah, like get it,
just like put it into a napkin and walk away and just like
yeah. You're like making a campfire.
tinder box.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, fucking Bear Grylls over here, dog. Like Survivor Man, dog.
Oh shit!
That shit is so fucking funny.
I mean,
what I was getting at was I thought you guys were real. Like some of our friends were all fucked up and like would like bail on you to like get a better situation and all this fucked up shit, you know. And it's like with you guys were like not afraid to like tell somebody how it was. I don't know. I always respected that.
Yeah.
My real friends, dude.
I wouldn't pawn someone's CRT.
Yeah.
If someone, you know, you gave me that fucking.
That's a callback right there.
You gave me that Sakura fucking Kendama.
Yeah, and you
I
still have it, bro.
Yeah.
And that thing is a piece of shit.
And then you gave me like a restring cord, and I put it on it. And like, we tell each other to watch movies, and we like watch them.
You know, that's friendship, bro. You know, that's the truth, though. That's how I pick people in my life. If I can tell somebody something or give them something.
Oscar did this the other day. We watched Mallrats randomly, right, a couple weeks ago, because it was on like Amazon or something.
Yeah,
and she told her coworker who was like having like a shitty day. She's like, "Oh, we just watched Mallrats. It's like my favorite movie to like just make me feel good or whatever."
Yeah.
She's like, "You should watch it." She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Yeah, watch it." She's like, "Okay." Like, I'll check it out like tonight or something. And then like every day I'm like, "That bitch watch Mallrats?" She's like, "Not yet." I'm like,
she ain't never gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth, dude.
You know,
it's like, it's fucked up because I can be guilty of that too. I've been guilty of that.
sure. Oh yeah.
You know, someone's like, watch this thing, and
course.
you're like, yeah.
Of course. It's hard.
It is. But for the most part, when somebody tells me something and I really appreciate that person,
Opinion.
I'm gonna take it and watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out. But sometimes someone's like, check this thing out, and you're like, yeah. Like,
Yeah. Like, Jeremy's like, hey, you should watch Ninja Assassins or something. I'm like, oh.
sure,
Yeah, me too. Or no, I'm just like talking shit. I was like, unless you say Beer Fest, like,
yeah.
I was just sit there playing. What was that? Burning Crusade, just like watching Beer Fest over and over and over again while like they like land out their like championship run.
That was the best.
Was it twos? Or
yeah, it was two.
twos?
Vincent and Jeremy's twos, dog.
That was so funny,
dude. Those are the best days, though.
That was so sick.
Beer Fest, Super Bad, all these shitty fucking movies, dude. We would just burn them into people's fucking screens and their TVs and shit. It's just the way we did it, bro.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, bro.
It was so funny. Were there titties in Beer Fest?
I want to say there was.
I want to say there wasn't.
Maybe not. Maybe you're right.
I can't believe we were watching a movie without just like
just fucking.
That's why. Remember the couple like when Vincent was on, we were talking about like gratuitous nudity scenes, dude. That Mallrats one has to be one of the most epic.
Fuck.
Like the third nipple chick. It's like that didn't need to be in that movie. It was just
not
funny.
at all.
They could have had her just be like in a bikini or something, or have two nipples.
They could allude
but
to
the
it, right?
third nipple thing was just
That
ridiculous.
was fun. That was incredible.
Works every time. You're like, what the fuck is going on right now, dude? Like, I remember when I was a kid, I saw that movie literally when I was like in 3rd grade or 4th grade. It was like new release in Blockbuster. I was like
so
fucking
crazy.
6 years old or something. And that scene, I was like, but the nipple looks real. I didn't know what was happening. Like, in my mind, it was so realistic. I was like,
that's what's cool about being a kid.
I was like, yeah. I was like, do all girls have like pop off nipples? I was like, what's going on right now? I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, you know, like based off their reaction, there's probably not. But like, I mean, like,
who knows?
Well,
Yeah.
maybe there is. Like, I don't know. Is that a thing? Like, do I have to be worried about that when I grow up?
Oh,
Like,
fucking
God.
shit, dude. No, that's a good movie to see at a young age, dude. That'll fuck you up,
It
dude.
was.
That'll fuck you up real good, dude. Oh my god,
Like
dude.
the back of a Volkswagen. It's like, that's so funny. And I use that to fuck them. So it's such a good fucking ass man, bro. Man. Like, fucking such a badass.
Never forget, dude. Ass man, bro. Oh my god, that's so good, dude.
And then Stan Lee's like weird love bits in there are so good.
Dude. That's what's funny, dude. Like, even in Jay and Silent Bob, there's so many callbacks to those dudes and shit. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's just, I don't know. That's another group of individuals that make pretty good movies, man. Like,
They do.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Supposedly Mallrats 2 is coming out, but I don't know if that's
Huh.
real.
That'd
I've
be
heard
kinda
about
cool.
it, but I just don't. I
yeah.
don't know.
Do you even have faith anymore? It's like,
I heard
we'll
about it
see.
years ago, and the fact that it
That's
hasn't
fucking crazy.
happened yet. It was like someone came back from like Comic-Con 2019 or like 18 and was like, they're gonna make Mallrats 2. I was like, sick, and it's just never happened. I'm like,
that's a remake that I'd be interested in, or a part 2 that I'd be interested in.
yeah.
For sure.
Sometimes they're not good, but it could be. Like Clerks 2 wasn't very good.
Yeah.
It was alright.
Yeah. It was alright, yeah. There's a couple funny parts, I guess, but yeah.
It was okay.
Jay and Silent Bob was funnier, I thought.
It was okay. Oh yeah. I mean,
That's
no
a
question.
classic, dude.
That movie's fucking solid.
That movie made my dad change his opinion of me, dog. Like, yeah.
Let's let you pick the movie. Like,
How about fuck mom the movies? Like, what? It's like a flash animation.
oh man.
No, shout out to Blockbuster, dude. That's fucking badass. The Witness movies come out like that, dude.
Yeah, and then it's like you actually get to watch them and shit.
You get to hold the box, dude. You're like,
No one's parents cared about anything. Like that.
No. Well, that was like it's like what you were saying, dude. It's like the Wild West. Back then, dude, it was like, you wanted to be shock and awed. You were almost like, no, pick the movie. I want to feel something tonight, dude.
Pick
You know,
something
like,
stupid.
yeah.
I don't feel something. No, I don't know. It's fucking wild. Definitely, yeah, did go off on shit. Now all the movies kind of like, sometimes you see some weird shit in movies. You're just like, why?
But sometimes, bro, it's like, back then, dude, like, I was a cover surfer too, so I would just like look at covers, dude.
That was a big deal.
I liked that though.
Now you look at a cover for a movie,
Can't
it's
even
like
tell
some
what it's
Photoshop dog shit.
It's not
Looks
even
like
a scene in the movie or
it
anything,
looks
dude.
terrible.
Yeah,
It looks fucking terrible.
yeah.
And you're like,
That's true.
what movie is this? It's like Tom Cruise and there's all this shoot shit. His face looks all funny.
He's a pilot. They're like
It's
on a
all
boat. They're like,
shiny.
how does that even make sense?
You're like,
They're I don't get
like
it.
you know what I mean? Like it's almost like I thought they were fake.
Yeah.
Like the box art to like Shutter Island. You're like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is this?
What kind of movie is
Yeah,
this?
like why does it look so weird? It's like, dude, give me like a fucking trimmer coming out of the ground or something. You know what I mean? And have them standing on top of the. You know what I mean? Like there's those old iconic movie box arts, like Dead Alive, the like.
That's the fuck,
Dude, the skull coming out.
You'll
of the
never
open mouth.
forget.
That was like, yeah, you like, dude, that movie cover is insane.
iconic, dude.
You know, there's just like good, and then you get something janky. It'd be like that random Frankenstein movie from like the 90s where it was like the person, but at least it wasn't all shoot.
Definitely.
It was like this shitty box art cover, but like I don't know why that popped in my head. And then it had a couple actors' faces like all weird. It almost looked like an old horror comic book.
Yep.
And they would like have the actor's name underneath it. And you're like, that's kind of cool still.
No,
But you
hell
see
yeah.
this like bullshit Photoshop shit where like people don't even look normal.
No.
Like their faces shoot to look weird and their bodies are like all shoot and you're just like, why?
Trying to make it interesting.
Come up with
dude.
some cool thing like someone's face getting ripped open with a skeleton in their fucking like you know what I mean? Do something cool.
No, for sure, dude. No, I love that shit.
Or
dude.
just something like the Top Gun one. Come up with some
Yeah.
cool logo and just like make it look
really
cool.
do. That's fucking sick, dude.
You know-
like Titanic, the cover was fucking iconic too.
Or just
you
take
know?
a screenshot of the movie.
Exactly.
Like remember Hot Shots? You know, where he's got the bow and arrow and it's just Charlie Sheen like shooting an arrow into some like little boy's asshole.
I think a kid in King Arthur's court. you remember that one with the kid from Rookie of the Year?
Yeah.
I remember that one too. That was a good cover too.
You know what I mean?
It's
It's like cool covers. Like,
Yeah,
they
dude,
don't
it's-
make cool covers anymore.
No,
they
they
just
don't.
make dumbass shit. And then people are like, oh, there's Rico doing his old shit's better than new
yeah,
shit. It's like,
dude.
it is better.
it's because they tried back then.
Yeah.
Now they don't have to try.
Every once in a while, you'll see something cool.
Fuck yeah.
But I think a lot of it's this lazy Photoshop shit.
Yeah.
And they just put all these aspects of what's going on the cover and to make it look kind of whatever. But it's just like,
There's no
1917.
there's no
what the
love
fuck
in it
is
anymore,
this
dog.
shit?
You
know
don't
what
feel
I mean?
the fucking. You don't feel the blood, sweat, and tears like you used to, dude.
You gotta make something cool. Like the box art or the little thumbnail art for that movie Malignant was kind of cool that we saw.
I gotta watch that still too.
That
Is it fucking crazy though? Like, were you You said you were freaked out. I get
because
freaked
I've never
out.
seen anything like it before.
Oh
Honestly,
my god, dude.
like it brought me back to like that weird Tales from the Crypt episode where like. Remember, like, the ventriloquist dummy?
Yeah.
Where the guy had, like, a brother as an arm? It was almost like a rip-off of that, but it was almost better than that.
Holy shit,
It
dude.
doesn't get better than that. Actually, let me take that back. That's blasphemous. Because at the end, he puts him in a meat grinder. It's, like, one of the greatest fucking... You know what I mean? He puts his arm in a fucking meat
That's
grinder,
hard, bro.
And he's, like, chewing him up. And he's like, stop. It's like just a weird puppet fucking thing. It's so fucked up. If anyone can just Google that and find it,
The best, dude.
the ventriloquist dummy episode of
Tales from the Crypt.
Tales from the
Yeah.
Crypt. It's one of the fucking greatest episodes of any show ever. Like better than any Sopranos episode, better than any Breaking Bad, The Wire. Who fucking gives a fuck, bro?
I'm so lame, dude. I've never seen Breaking Bad, dude.
Me either.
I
I haven't
just
seen any of those like
refuse.
iconic shows, like The Wire. I've never seen it.
I've never seen
Breaking
it.
Bad. I've never seen it.
No,
Fucking-
Sopranos, I've
I
never seen
have
it.
seen parts of Sopranos, but I haven't seen the whole thing. But I've watched Cobra Kai 4 times.
I know. It's like it's so weird. I'm just lame sometimes. It's really what it is. Like it took me a while to get to Stranger Things too,
Stranger Things is good.
but it was pretty good.
It's
Yeah,
good.
I was glad I like tiptoed into it
The
because
problem is there's not a lot of good shit.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you that those ones that are very popular are good. Like, if you watch Sopranos from start to finish, it'll
sure.
be worth your time.
for sure.
It'll be good. If you watch any of those things, any good movie, if you watch it, it's worth the hour and a half you put in to watch
Definitely.
it. It's just,
Weighing whether you think you want to go into it. You know
maybe
what I
there's
mean?
always time. Maybe it's just
For
later
one last
on.
kiss or what,
Maybe
dude?
one day when you realizes the choices you made, like, lend you no other options than to sit alone in a room
Yeah.
watching things you missed out
when
on
you
the last
yeah,
20 years.
when you're getting put
You
in
can just watch
you're just
The
in the
Sopranos.
coffin like I can't believe I watched Game of Thrones. Yeah, like
You're like,
is that
time's
all?
passed me by. I had no chance of, like...
But I know who the white people are, though. I don't even know anything about that shit, dude. Yeah. The Windwalkers or whatever the fuck they're talking about. dude.
Walker.
Yeah, you go. There you go. There you go.
I haven't seen that show.
Neither am
either.
I. That's what I'm
haven't-
saying. It's like people talk about it, but it's like they're still going to be talking about it. Dude.
I did watch the last season, and I just filled in the blanks, and it was okay.
Okay.
People thought the ending was shitty, but like,
Well, I think it's because they like went through the beginning. Because that's the thing. People were complaining that they kept trying to change shit, trying to keep you on your toes always. You know, keep trying to do these twists, and sometimes that goes away from the story they originally were writing. You know.
yeah, I don't know enough about it.
I don't know enough about it
I don't
either,
know enough
but-
about that. All I know is that
I'll just stick with Prison Break and like watch the first 2 seasons like over and over again. Dude.
what's the other show called? The O'Flanagans or fucking the O'Malleys or the remember it was like one season. It was like a pilot.
Black Donnelly's.
Black Donnelly.
That shit was fucking good. That shit was fucking good.
You know what I was talking about? No
Because
one's
no
ever-
one's ever talked about that
No
show.
one's ever heard
Bro,
this shit.
I don't watch original series. I fucking watch the Black Donnellys, dude. That was sick, actually, bro. Because it had the guy from what was the Bruce Willis movie where those guys?
Hostage.
Fuck, that dude was in that shit, dude.
What was it? Was it called Hostage?
It was Hostage. I think. No, wait. Yeah.
The Interpreter.
Where they have the fucking 2 kids and the guy like with the fucking long hair like lights himself on
Yeah,
fire.
that guy's from a couple movies. He's from a couple movies.
The other dude, it was like the kid's brother. He's from Black Donnellys.
That actor's okay. He's
I
pretty
like
good.
him,
For a
dude.
little kid actor, he's pretty good.
Dude, that's a good movie too. First off, I fucking forgot about that.
Yeah,
one,
Stranger
dude.
Things is they better put out a season because like these kids are gonna get so old and it's
Yeah.
gonna be like who gives a fuck about these
Yeah.
people anymore?
Dustin's like grown up now.
Yeah,
He's
Millie
not
Bobby
missing
Brown is
teeth. I'm
like-
fuck this dude.
Like she's too old now. It's
Yeah.
like I want to see like children like act, not like teenagers
like
think they're cool.
preteen fucking losers. Yeah, it's like get out of here, man.
Like where the little
they're doing
kids
Twitch dance or fucking Fortnite dances and shit. You're like get the fuck out.
Yeah,
of here.
because it's like they're not defying the odds anymore. It's like they can actually swing a bat with like some fucking muster behind it.
They have like all the teeth in their mouth and shit. Like,
Yeah, it's like
shout out to Dustin. Oh yeah, that shit's
I think
fucking
that
funny,
kid's
dude.
got like a weird tooth problem though.
Yeah, probably.
I think he
I'm
doesn't
just like a
have-
fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Like, making...
That guy's cool though, man.
No, he's my favorite character, dude.
He's cool. He has
They,
a
they
girlfriend.
did this 4-part series where he went to summer camp, like a science camp.
Are you talking about a comic book? series?
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
and it was really fucking badass, dude.
Did it fill in his summer camp thing? Because that's where he got that.
Where he met the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I filled it in. He got the girlfriend. He met some kids that were bullying him, and he like
Fucked them all up.
create his. Remember how they're always talking about their like their group for Dungeons and Dragons?
Uh-huh.
Well, he like makes his own group there and like becomes the dungeon master and like saves the whole camp from this like tragedy that happens. Like there's like a murderer there and like it's
What?
fucking good. It was good.
Oh, yeah, dude.
No, and I was like, dude, shout outs to fucking just filling in the blanks, dude. I love it when people just a book, a comic, a fucking movie, just fill in the blanks, bro.
It's like in One Piece, those little the like chapter intro has a little picture, and over the weeks it like paints this fill in the blank with like what happens with Buggy's crew or what
Exactly.
happens with fucking what's his name's crew. All like the weird people like Bartholomew,
Mhm.
like whenever they leave, they have like a little thing of them going through what happens after that.
Exactly.
It kind of fills in the blank, kind of puts them in a place.
Because
Capone.
my whole thing is I like to see a level up.
Yeah.
So sometimes like in a season they're like a certain way, and then the next season they're like kind of badass, and you're like, why are they badass? And then you see something like that, and you're like, dude, that's sick.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. That's
You
true.
gotta fill the blanks in sometimes, dude.
And it's easy because then you can find out what they're like alluding to, right? Like, but
Exactly.
you don't really know. You know, he went to camp and met some girl, but you don't really know what happened.
You don't
And
know
then you
how
get
they met
this,
each
like-
other. You don't know.
That's the
anything.
thing about comic books is that like they actually lend to being able to like kind of have more in-depth writing and like make. In weird ways, it's easier. I think comics are. It should be easier to make a good comic than it would be to make a good movie.
Yeah.
Or a good show.
Yeah.
I think it should be because you don't have to worry about having good CG on the monsters or like having good. It's a lot
That's
of
true.
imagination in between the panels. Your brain kind of come ups with like fill in the blanks on its
Well,
own.
I think the superhero thing, it's still cool, but it's been done so much now that a comic like Stranger Things or a comic like Aliens, they're doing the new Aliens. It's like it kind of keeps it fresh and it keeps it like interesting in a way. Like they did another comic series for Stranger Things where they kind of showed who was the guy that created 11. What did they call him? Like father or daddy or something weird like that.
some weird pedo shit.
You get to meet all the other kids that he was experimenting on.
Oh, that's cool.
So it was like kind of cool because it's like they filled in the blanks. Like I was like, who are all these other kids and like what could they do? And
Yeah.
you meet the sister or one of the sisters in the fucking
That dishy Indian chick.
Yeah.
She was a badass.
so you're like dude, she's just as badass as her. I wonder how all the other kids were.
yeah.
There's some badasses, bro. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Makes it interesting, dude.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good platform for being able like a comic book series is a good way to like write a good, short. I think they're best in like short.
Me
little,
too. 4 to 6 issues.
Yeah,
good
when
to
you
go.
get into these like issue 2 something and it's gone through multiple writers, multiple whatever, it's like
the biggest juke in all comic
now
books.
they're now this is this is why I talk so much shit about comics. Not talk so much shit, but I'll go on some shitty. I will kind of throw some shit at comics sometimes because it's like
You have to.
people just don't acknowledge the like 5-year runs of these dog shit fucking things like where
And it
it's
sucks
just
because for the first quarter
like
it might have been good,
complete,
and then like
like-
all the middle is just so bad.
like and
you're
they're like, oh, that didn't even happen.
Yeah.
like it's just this and that and that's it. And you're like, really? What about
what about all that shit that happened, dude?
what about?
I feel you on
you know
that.
what I mean? And
I
it's
feel
like
you.
it's erased from
Yep.
everything. It's the shitty shit never came out.
Yeah,
It's only good stuff. And you're like, okay, if I cherry pick stuff, I could come up with some bad
definitely,
stuff too.
definitely.
So it's just one of those things that
Power Rangers has been doing me bad
I'm gonna
too.
get my liquid death.
Power Rangers did this thing where they're trying to do like legacy numbering. So they started this like new arc, and it's like from episode 1 or issue 1, but they still have like issue 301, which is the same issue. So for fucking like 4 weeks, I was buying the same comic, just different numbering, dude. I was like, I'd read it one week and then I'd read this other one and it was the same story. I was like, what's fucking going on, dude? Like, I was like, they're getting me, bro. Like, I was like, I'm buying 2 of the same issue, just a different numbering. Like, I was like, this is bullshit, dude.
Why would they do that?
They're trying to keep the legacy numbering going on. So, like, it started from issue 1 and it went all the way up to like 300 or something. I don't know the complete numbers. I could be completely wrong, but there was this new arc that started, and it started from issue 1. It's called Mighty Morphin instead of just Power Rangers. Well, Power Rangers is on 301. Mighty Morphin's on number 1. It's the same fucking issue. It's just a different numbering. It's for people that bought it from issue 1 and all the way up to 300, so they can continue their legacy fucking numbering.
Jesus Christ.
I don't understand it at all. I just know that I've been buying 2 of the same issue for like weeks, bro. And I'll be like, I have them all stacked up in my unread pile, so I'll read them every once in a while.
Is that new? Is that supposed to be a new arc?
Yeah. It's like just a new starting point. But for those who bought before, we'll keep this numbering. And for people that are just jumping on now, you can buy these instead.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it just didn't make any sense. But I was
always
like,
a fan
what
of the
fuck?
like weird, like Transformers highlights and shit.
Oh yeah.
It was just like one-offs. I don't know why. I think they're
One-offs are cool. I'm reading there was a Terminator versus Transformers, like 4-part series. It's fucking badass.
It's like
dude.
a good mini. Like I like short stories too.
Me too. No. I feel you on that.
Like I feel like they
keep
can
it short and sweet because you'll get me entertained faster. When it takes so long, sometimes I lose interest, dude. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like a skill
Yeah.
to be able to like
tell a story like that.
tell a story, come in and somehow fill in like a whole concept
Yeah.
and like universe, just fill in the blank. Like, oh, like how about this one weird one we talked about when Cody was on? It was like some weird guy just going between planets to planets and finds this one, like meets this girl, and it was just like, and like he just like says spin like all you're just it like draws, you know.
Yeah.
It was a good
You have to
read.
keep reading, kind of.
It was just a good read. It was one issue, and it was fucking dope. And it was just this
One
little,
shots are badass,
It was
dude.
it was fucking amazing. I was like,
One
man,
shots
how
are
hard
badass.
is that?
It's fucking.
How hard is that?
It's probably the hardest thing to do.
And I have a story that I swear I could make a cool comic book out of.
We should do it. You know what sounds so weird? I've been talking about that with
I have a story. I could just
comic
get an
books,
artist and like do
a
a
cartoon.
one-shot.
Like I want to do something like that.
I wonder if it would be like how easy would it be or how hard would it be?
Oh, it'd be. If you knew how to do a couple of things on the computer, I'm sure
You'd
could
have to
do
like
it.
get some like comic book artist and line art and colorer who are all like on the learning aspect of it, but you still feel like their skills good enough, and they would do it to like boost their like profile or whatever, or their portfolio, but you'd also not have to pay them like some crazy amount.
I forget what it is. There's
You're like an independent
there's like
comic.
an app. There's like an app where there's a lot of independent artists doing that. I forget what it's called right now. It's kind of like a GoFundMe kind of thing where they like have an idea, they get a bunch of beginner people to do it, and they have crowdfunding fund the project for them. And a lot of good stuff comes. Like I listen to this comic podcast and they talk about it all the time. I forget the name of it right now, but we could probably look into that, dude.
Yeah, I have this like crazy bedtime story my dad used to tell me all the time. It's allegedly true, but like, yeah, he's Mexican. Right? No, I'm just kidding.
Shit, dude, that
But
sounds like
no,
a-
I mean, someone told it to him, and someone told it to him, and it was supposed to be like someone that someone knew, or like
okay.
someone in the family or whatever. But like, it's kind of too crazy to be like real, but it might be just like one of those interesting stories that over time kind of gets like
Telephoned out of the game and shit.
maybe a little bit, but you know. Whatever. But
Still a good story,
it's
though.
a cool story, and the way you would do it is I feel like there's a way where you could have it in that timeline, and then have like kind of plan out how many generations in the future it would be to set it to where like the kid in this timeline is like a 80-year-old man in the future, and have it take place in that time to make it a
shit.
comic book.
I got you.
Because it's just a story, right? But if you're reading this like story and that's it, it wouldn't be like too good. But if you said it as if the old man was telling this, almost like a
I got you.
like a bridesmaid. What's that with the bride? What's that movie with the bride? Something bride. And he's like, they drink the poison. Brides. Bro, you know what I'm talking about? It's got the kid from Wonder Years in it. And he's like, don't tell me, Grandpa, about the kids kissing or them kissing. It's gross. What the fuck is that movie
I
called?
don't know, dude.
The Princess Bride. So the Princess Bride, you know, there's an old man telling.
Fuck.
You know what I mean? There's like
Yeah.
an old man telling this kid some story. Like, if you did it in a weird way.
Kind of like Forrest Gump, where he's like telling the story of what happened to this person on the bench.
Kind of, but I have an idea for it. And I feel like it's actually a good one-off comic story. Like, you just take that story and you just kind of adapt it to like a 1980s, like, you know, there's a lot of crime going on and this guy's telling some story to his grandson who's like, or even great-grandson who's like about to be like sketchy, and he tells him this story of, and then like you don't know, but like he was the kid at the end of the story back then. It was like a real story, like a true story. And like you think he's just telling it, and the kid thinks he's all stupid.
Like,
but
yeah,
really,
whatever, Grandpa.
but really, like there's something that alludes to it being actually him. That would be cool.
That would be cool.
In my mind, I can think of it, and if I could like
get some creative people to like fucking...
something that I feel like it'd be hard to sell it to me because I don't really buy shit. But if I was someone who bought a comic, when I was buying comics, and I bought this random one-off that looked kind of cool, and if I read it the way it is in my head, I'd be like, yo, this is a sick ass fucking.
Fuck yeah, dude.
This is a sick ass fucking one shot. You know what I mean?
I like that, dude.
In my mind, it's actually a good. You know, there's no pink haired females in it, but I mean, it's, you know, there's some interesting.
There's some stuff in there though.
There's some virtue in it.
Well, should we talk about the last thing here? Dude?
What are we talking about?
Our Patreon, dude.
Oh yeah. So hey, we're yeah. What do you think?
We're thinking here. We're trying to think of some things we can do to keep it authentic to who we are as well. I think.
Yeah, because we were thinking we could try and so we bought a camera. We bought a DSLR camera. It's an old one, but it's a good one. And it's going to maybe let us do some other things that we think would be fun.
Yep.
And we might use it in this application of the podcast. But the problem is, if we're recording it with a nicer camera, the file sizes are going to get really big and crazy.
The
and
upload times are going to be insane.
yeah, so we're thinking like, are we going to switch over to like YouTube Live? And then if we do that, like we've already unlocked monetization in YouTube's, like, because we have over, I mean, we probably have like 10,000 hours of people listening to this channel. I don't know, it hasn't unlocked itself yet, but I'm pretty sure it's close enough. Because we got 5,000 hours like at episode like 16 or some shit.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and that's how you unlock. So it's supposed to be harder than Twitch's like affiliate, but it's supposed to be easier than Twitch's partner. But we already have it. It's been unlocked for a long time. We're just not doing anything with it. So we could make tiers of like, we could do it live and have a live stream and make little tiers for emotes, and we could interact more with you guys on the thing, depending on what time we'd have to change the time, which could fuck us over because Brandon and me have
Lives outside
people
of
that
this,
we have to like take care of.
Yeah, really talk. That's real.
But we could do a Patreon model. We could do just I don't know. There's different ways to go with it.
And we're just wondering what we should do. I think the Patreon could be fun. I think maybe starting a Discord.
We definitely have ideas for
Yeah.
Patreon no matter what.
Yeah.
There's some things that I want to do for sure. I want to watch some movies and do like a Mystery Theater 3000 thing.
That'd be so
and
cool.
make it like a Patreon. Like you buy the movie and we'll get a green screen. I'll get a green screen and we'll put us at the bottom of the movie and we'll just watch some like 80s
Epic
action
fucking
movies and
badass.
just fucking shit on them
and
like
just
the whole
lose
time.
our minds together.
Just
dude.
fucking, yeah, exactly. And just talk shit and like just try to, you know.
Let's have fun. That's really what it's about.
It would be sick. I think it'd be cool, and we'll watch movies that no one cares about suing us over.
Yeah,
I mean
But these movies will be things that
we have a better chance of like while we're watching it, like a jet engine falls out of the sky and kills us, than like someone coming after us for like just putting their movie out there like on the internet without paying for rights. Like, yeah, they'd be shitty movies, kind of, but good ones, but
movies,
shitty.
though. But I think maybe just seeing what you guys want to see too. I don't know. Like, give us some ideas.
Yeah, like, do you guys watch YouTube live shows? Like, I don't really. I don't get into chats. I don't fucking give a shit. But if we do the YouTube live thing, we'd have to like kind of self-censor ourselves even more.
I'd have to stop being as loose as I usually am. So
because I think if you live stream stuff and you say
any of the words that we've said in this podcast,
I mean, we're not going to be able to monetize it, first of all. But there'd be some kind of, and then we're buying more shit. So like the camera costs money. You got to get a fucking cam link. We got to get all this other shit, and we want to do other things like go outside and like make some videos.
Some cool content.
I hate that word, but
the best.
We'll make videos and put them on the internet.
Yeah,
I don't know what that has to do with the contents of something, but
make some good old videos, bro.
Yeah, we'll make videos like fucking.
Like us going
what
to
was
Walmart.
That Windows videos shit? Like all those old fucking World of Warcraft like PvP videos was like on
the Fraps, dude.
Yeah, they were like hosted before YouTube. There was like it was like
what was it?
It was like Microsoft videos or some shit, and it was like this janky, and you just watch these shitty fucking glitchy fraps like PvP videos where some guys hitting people for like 3,000 and like some kid's head explodes. The number's just insane. Yeah. But like now you like white damage for like 10. You're like, oh, that's I can't believe it was so small. Like,
right?
What was that?
But yeah, I mean, tell us what you guys want.
I mean, if there's any. Does anyone care? Is anyone watching this?
Yeah, is anyone even listening to what we're saying?
I mean, no one cares, but like,
just let us know, man.
Would it be? What if we get Kissing High to come on here and like suck both our dicks and we put it on fucking OnlyFans? Like, would there be like
anyone that even paid attention?
Anyone be down for that? Like, maybe we should make an Only. We should make
that would be cool, actually.
An OnlyFans, just so we could have an OnlyFans shirt and like walk around with it and do like, you have an OnlyFans, and be like, yeah, dude. They're like, what's it about? It's like me and my best friend. He's a dude. We do some gay shit. Dude. Like, what?
We just softcore, bro. Like,
we're just like doing kendama tricks. Like,
you think it's a kendama? It's just like your dick and shit. We're like, oh my god.
Tie a string to the head.
Yeah. The cups or the balls, you're just like,
dog, I'm freaking the fuck out right now.
That's Mike.
No, you get a dildo. Hold on, calm down. Hear me out. You get a dildo and you tie a string around the head, and then you get like a piece of wood. You just make like a bolero type top, and you just like
the dickhead.
You flip it on, or you get like one that's like got a. Like cut it out to look like an asshole, and then you like flip the asshole onto the dick, and that's how you like spike it or whatever. You know,
a pocket pussy on a dildo, just yeah. New skill toys being invented.
This is the greatest idea I've ever had in my entire life. I'm freaking.
This is the kind of content that you're getting here, dude.
This is the Patreon we're talking about right now. Like, no, I mean, come on. Or there's some different things like.
We could do some old speed runs of some cool games.
I could like record the whole Mostic like restoration.
That'd be cool.
Make an episode about how gay I am.
Some ranch stuff. Seeing Rico fucking rope me up as a cow, dude.
People realize that it takes longer to like take the sticky shit off of like the fucking top of that Mostic than it does to like sand it, paint it, get the art, put it on, order the buttons, wait for it to come. It takes like 2 weeks to take that goof off the fucking top of that thing.
That's
You're like,
so crazy. Fuck yeah. That's real though, dude.
Really dumb. It takes fucking forever.
But yeah, we'll just we'll keep doing things on our end, but it'd be nice to hear some feedback from people that actually listen, dude.
Just crickets. Just like,
yeah.
There's just a
It's like, why don't I have an idea? Why don't you guys just stop?
Can you
like,
stop, please? Stop talking. Yeah, pay us to stop. We'll stop. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care. Buy us out. Take the Serious Players Only name and just take it. I'll stop. The IPO, whatever the fuck. I don't even know.
But yeah. What do you say we end this thing, dude?
Let's do it.
All right, boys.
Peace out, guys. Well, let's just go to the fucking screen.
Let's go to our badass
Hey
shit.
now, hey now. Shout outs to Angie.
Yeah.
For doing this.
Fucking epic artwork.
She was like, I was like, how much is it gonna cost? She didn't animate the jaws or spit. Or she did the spit, but I like made it do dumb things. But it was just the picture. And I was like, how much for the artwork? And I was expecting like some number that was like
Hi, dude.
Well, no, I was expecting like a honest number, and she's like $20. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, $20. I was like, have some dignity, like sell it for at least like triple that. Like,
believe in yourself, Angie.
No,
you do good work. You do good work.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's like a strategy there where it's like, you know, if I just do it cheap, then I can get a lot of cheap stuff. And I do this kind of shit anyways. I would do it for free, so making any amount of money on
It's
it.
better than anything.
But
maybe it's because she knows you and, you know, you're part of the family, dude. She's just trying to be nice, man.
Yeah.
Either way,
like,
amazing job. You did really good.
No, you're bad, Angie. You should have asked for more money. No, I'm just talking shit now. I don't know. I don't know. But then I'm saying, like, you should ask for more money. And then I'm, like, fixing people's sticks for, like, free. I'm, like, spending hours, like, fucking tinkering with this shit.
Taking goo off of fucking
They're like, how much do I owe you? I'm like, I just do it for the love or the what's it called?
Just play a game, dude.
Yeah,
just play.
That's why we're trying to monetize our fucking YouTube channel now. Okay, guys? So fucking
later,
you fucking